It's crazy that he gets a little drunk and then this comes out of him. That he's just like, he's got this level of anger inside him at all times. Oh, people are saying that there's a rumor that the bear mace was what killed his cat. Because for those who don't know, basically his cat died, and people are saying that he's the one who actually killed his cat. Oh, wow, we got another good one, too. Wow, we're getting all the good Reddit clips sent in. So we have way more Yuri content to react to today. I have stuff that's not Yuri as well. But we got a bunch of good Yuri clips. Ooh, this is going to be a long, fun stream full of lots of fun. Funny.
To your daughter, or say goodbye to your fucking site. Suck my balls, Russian gang, Mexican gang, fucking gang, bitch. Let's go.
Russian gang, Mexican gang. He's like trying to be cool with this dude.
Oh.
Yup.
What, does that guy have like crazy
No, me.
hanging out
I'm
the back
always
of his
on the
head?
side of the cop caller, bruh. All right? If some hooligans, some delinquents with nothing to live for, ones who attack you for opinions, call the police and give them 40 years. 40 years. All right, so I'm on the side of that, bro.
40 years.
But you got to be prepared for the consequences, such as you telling this man you're going to take his daughter away from him, right? He should say goodbye to his daughter if he comes to run up on you, which is, listen, logically, yes, right? If you run up on me, if you threaten my life and I call the police, you're going to go to jail, you're going to be away from your kid. Cool. But when you say that that's your intent, I can't blame you for it, but you got to be prepared for the consequences. And you probably don't want to go there with somebody who knows a lot of information about you. So he did that. He went there. He lived with the consequences.
I asked him, Yuri, did you bear mace the cat?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yuri, answer
Flexing
this
all the
question
mace?
first. Yeah, answer this question. What did you do to your cat?
This is insane. So Riley and Yuri had a cat that Riley loved a lot. Now, apparently, the cat ended up dead mysteriously. Riley thinking the cat passed away from natural causes. Apparently, PyroWorld, who is best friends with Yuri, or was best friends with Yuri, apparently knows more information about this. And apparently, PyroWorld is revealing that Yuri murdered the cat. That
Yuri murdered the cat. Flacco, I love you.
And his actions is the reason why the cat is dead. But Riley don't know this at all.
He didn't say nothing too crazy about Horizon, so I'm not gonna expose the lucky shit. I have ammo. So, Yuri, shut the hell up.
What did you do to your cat?
Up.
Just answer that for us. Before you go on stream talking anything, answer what did you do to your cat?
No, he gonna be
answer it.
I'm gonna respect my cat's death and not talk about it. Nobody ever does that. I never heard anybody ever say, I'm gonna respect my cat's legacy and not say what he died of. But it's okay. I'm still not saying it. But shut the fuck up.
Yo, like, think about what she's saying right here. And keep in mind, they went on like a month-long Europe trip. It might have only been a couple weeks, but like, PyroWorld and his wife, girlfriend, whatever Allie is, they know Yuri. Like, I feel like I know Yuri because I've been around Yuri since like 2017 or 2018 when he first started working for No Jumper. They know him way better than me. They went to Europe with him for like a very prolonged period of time. So they know this dude way better than me. So I'm just saying, when they say that he might have killed his cat with bear mace, we have reason to take that serious. I'm just saying.
Like, just be fucking quiet. Like, we don't fucking care about you no more. Y'all are in trouble. Y'all deal with being evil people where you guys are at, and karma's gonna fucking catch up to you, and you guys are miserable. Just leave us the fuck alone. We don't want to be fucking involved with you guys' shit, so just don't fucking question us. We won't fucking question you no more. Besides the side jabs, because it's pretty funny what you guys fucking crazy over.
Hey,
that sounds boring. Keep talking about him.
Keep my daughter's name out your fuck you little.
This is bad enough, but it doesn't stop here. Apparently, Pot Lord is now on a rampage because Yuri mentioned his daughter. So they revealed something on stream. Well, I know what they revealed because I'm tapped in. I talked to others who was there, but they alluded
You don't have to say it like that, Flacco. They fucking said it on camera. It was about an abortion.
to Yuri and Riley having a secret.
You trying to bring up my kid? Like, nigga, the fuck?
This shit is crazy. Like, what you mean? Yeah, bro, you don't want to give out that Riley information, man. That shit.
You heard that?
Yeah, but Blasie's so scummy because he's acting like, nah, bro, that's too crazy. You don't want to give out that Riley information. Like, obviously just making it so that people are going to be even more excited about finding out what it is. Not scummy, but, it's like he's really building some hype for it right there.
You heard that?
He said
Yeah.
information.
Yeah. That shit go. Yeah. That shit go. Yeah. You don't want to give
All
out
right.
that Riley information.
Okay. So answer this, right? You got some information, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Blasey knows about it.
Blasey knows about it now.
How? You told him?
Yeah.
Okay. House phone knows about it now.
Yeah.
All right.
Before, nobody knew about it because it was between, you feel me, my girl and her.
My thing is this: how long have you had this information for?
I didn't know anything about this shit, to be honest. I didn't know anything about this shit like a month ago.
Okay. And when y'all wasn't friends, or were y'all still friends?
No, but that was when they started talking shit about us and then told me. Because I didn't know nothing. They do girl shit.
So she confided in your girl,
Yeah.
told her some shit that could be a nuke,
Yeah.
technically, right?
It is a nuke. It's not, can't.
All right. I'm gonna keep it honest. Just because did he put out any personal information about you or anything?
He said a lot, yeah.
Matter of fact, mute everything. I want to see. I want to know what this is. I want nobody here. I want to see.
Okay, this is a big deal right here to me. Watch the way that AD reacts to whatever this story is. Watch the way AD acts about it because let's be real. I don't think an abortion, shout out to Rob Sport Betting for becoming a member. I don't think that a mere abortion justifies the way that AD reacts to it on this stream clip. Watch this.
And that's like 100% confirmed.
Oh, no. It's a nigga, 1,000% confirmed. It's 1,000%. I'm talking about with proof, messages and all that. Proof, like I'm talking about hardcore proof. That's what I've been telling him. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, chill, just be quiet because leave me alone. You wanna bring up my daughter? I'm telling you, I'm giving you chances, bro. I'm trying to keep your home a happy home.
I'm gonna keep it.
Okay, right there. I'm trying to keep your home a happy home. And for the record, I haven't spoke to Paul Lord about this at all. So what would be enough to make Yuri and Riley no longer have a happy home? To me, it can't just be the abortion. Because if they both agreed to have an abortion, then why would that fuck them up so much? So it's like a couple options. Number one, maybe she didn't tell him. Maybe she had an abortion without asking for his permission, because I do feel like Yuri is such like a weird red pill loser that he might have been the kind of guy who was like, no, like you're not allowed to have an abortion. But then she did it sneakily anyway. It could be cheating, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really think that like she has the self-confidence to cheat. I think that he's like worn her down enough emotionally and mentally that she would be scared to cheat because she knows that he has a dangerous, explosive personality. A lot of people seem confirmed. Wow, a lot of people seem to have like a strong belief that either she cheated and got pregnant or she got 2 abortions and that Yuri only knows about one of them and that the other one was a sneaky abortion, which is kind of hard to fathom. Yeah, messages and hard proof. That's what they're promising. So that's to a lot of people, myself included, that just doesn't sound like just a regular abortion. Feels like a super abortion.
Honest.
I'll keep it honest.
It's over after that.
Yeah.
It's over after that. It can't be over after an abortion, right? Because who the fuck cares? It's not that big a deal. I mean, people are embarrassed when they have an abortion. They don't want to talk about it. They feel strange about it. But it's not like a reason for the relationship to end. But when AD says, "Oh, it's over after that," what's he saying? He's saying that whatever it is, it's so destructive that the relationship will be over once it's revealed. To me, it's got to be cheating, or it's got to be a special kind of abortion, like a super abortion. What is that? I don't really know. What is a super abortion? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. What is a super abortion?
I'm trying. I'm trying.
There are apparently two nukes.
Okay. Ooh, I guess Flacco's gonna get into it more, but I guess at one point when T-Rel was responding to it, he said, people are fucking. I guess that was a T-Rel quote when he reacted to it in regards to these messages. So people are fucking. Obviously, there's cheating going on. I don't know. Like, I don't actually know yet who's cheating or like if this is a real thing, but if T-Rel knows, if AD knows, it's probably only a matter of time before some of this information gets revealed to the public, right?
Two. Now, the one nuke that they let slip on stream was Potlore's wife, Allie. She stated that Riley, again, this is from their perspective. I don't know if it's true or not, but she stated that Riley had an abortion without Yuri knowing. So apparently, Riley got pregnant, had the abortion, and Yuri never found out about it. Now, listen, man. All right, if you see those clips, can you really blame her, right? Right, for not wanting a kid. I mean, you see those.
Yo, I love that Flacco's like kind of trying to keep it cool, like he's actually like not a Yuri op, but at the same time, his opinion on her potentially getting an abortion is like, you seen the clips? How could she not get an abortion? Which I feel you, bro. I 100% feel you. Okay, T-Rel said live on his own stream that Riley didn't tell Yuri about the abortion. Okay, I missed that. I saw a clip where T-Rel was saying, "Oh, this bitch got an abortion," but I didn't see him saying that she didn't tell him about it, which is just wild. Like, yo, imagine how offended and just hurt he probably feels by the idea of the love of his life getting his baby fucking mutilated and thrown into a garbage can.
Clips, bro. But if
Allegedly.
that's true, that's nasty work. That's bad. That's really, 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 really bad. And I don't know how Yuri will get over it. Now, the second nuke is a little bit more scandalous. All right. A little bit more scandalous. Now, the fact of the matter is, they are toying with Yuri at this point, bro. They're on stream letting him know, hey, bro, I know something that you don't know. They're edging Yuri, making Yuri go literally insane because you know how jealous Yuri is. So the fact that they are edging another secret, huh.
We all know something.
By the way, the ultimate result of everything that's been going on here with all this craziness is that Yuri is now streaming on Kick with no face cam. He ends up crying his eyes out and then turning off his camera. He's going live now without a camera because if you could see his face, you would understand how sad he is. How hurt he is to know that the love of his life allegedly chopped his baby out of her own belly. Let's keep getting them members in because I'm gonna drop 50 on this chat in the very near future. Don't play with me. I'm gonna do it.
We all know something. That you, Yuri, you don't know.
See, right there. We all know something that you don't know. I don't think it's cheating. 'Cause why would if he knew Why wouldn't he have told Yuri? If it was cheating, I think he would have told Yuri. But if it's some kind of abortion drama, maybe he wouldn't have.
You don't know. You have no clue. You have no clue. Not even the slightest clue. Because you feel me? You went to Hollywood High School and you're a fucking idiot.
He did go to Hollywood High, which you used to talk about quite a bit. Hollywood High, very famous skate and BMX spot, so I've spent some time there at the rail out front and whatnot. But he did used to always say about how when he went to Hollywood High that like people would be just like out in the parking lot popping X pills before school and shit. So maybe that is part of the reason for his retardation.
You have not even the slightest clue. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You think everything is
Someone said at least he didn't mace the baby. I mean, we don't know that. I would like to leave that up in the air. I don't know.
scheduled programming.
Well, the baby didn't come out, so I guess that's why it's good that they aborted the baby, is because the baby probably would have got bear maced otherwise.
Like think about this, right, Yuri? Think about this, right? Let's keep it right. You haven't bought a new pair of shoes in 4 years.
Yo, that's a nuke right there. That's a nuke.
Right? You haven't had new clothes in the last 3 years.
Oh, did he ever though? Honestly, like 3 years probably sounds like too little, because in my whole time knowing Yuri, did he ever buy new clothes? No, he's just wearing my hand-me-downs. He would wear like he's still wearing like clothes that I gave him that I wore one time. Still, I swear to God.
Right? Right? So think about that, right? Your girl is a nigga is a that people or whatever the internet is drooling all over, right?
Are they? Very small part.
You
of the
think she
internet.
finna entertain you? You think she finna entertain you? You got no motion. You got no bread. She got the only car.
Go in, PyroWorld. Yeah. Go.
Let's just put shit on paper right now. She got the only car. You got no motion. You got no bread. You got nothing.
It's worse than that, because it's not like he even has like a seed of motion. It's not like there's something that he's doing that seems as if it might pay off in the long run. Riley is stuck in a dead-end relationship with a bum. A person who, as of now, will probably die poor. Will probably die wearing the same shoes that he's wearing right now. That's crazy. Also, once we get to 50 memberships, I'm going to take the MDMA mushroom candy. I just want to make that perfectly clear as well. So let's get another pack in here so I can cop a bunch of memberships for you guys and begin the process of getting loaded. Actually, honestly, it didn't do that much to me the first time, but it did make Josh go to sleep.
You think she only worried about you?
Toke did a whole review of clips of Yuri crashing out on Riley and even gave background info on the Europe trip. Somebody link me to some of that. Not like the whole thing, but like a little bit of that would be fun.
When she could leave out the house and you can stream all day, she let you stream for 10 hours a day? You think she just worried about you?
I really feel like Yuri can't even get mad if Riley cheats on him. Because what are you bringing to the table? You know? Like, what are you bringing to the table that even allows you to get mad? Like, I think she deserves to be able to cheat because you are such a loser. You have done so little with your life since you guys have been in a relationship that I think she deserves some random dick. At the bare minimum.
What's going through the grapevine here, the second nuke. Now, this is all alleged, by the way. This is not coming from me, because, you know.
I love that there's multiple nukes.
These people are known to sue. All right? This is coming from people around them, people who are in their inner circle. The rumor is that Riley cheated on Yuri, and then she told Pot Laura's girlfriend, who was one of the only friends she could confide in at the time, right? And apparently they held on to that secret. Apparently Riley got an abortion of a...
I love how Flacco's acting like he doesn't know shit, but then when he says it, he stares into the camera and takes a few moments away from saying anything to just be like, listen, this happened, allegedly.
Kid that she believed was Yuri's, but according to people around them, wasn't sure. Now, this is not coming from Poetic Flacco. This is coming from them. Okay, this is coming from people in their circle. And yeah, and apparently this.
Yeah, listen to what he just said. This is coming from people in their circle. I mean, translation is that he knows. Like because okay, this is the thing that I shall explain to you about Flacco that makes him a little different from me and a lot of other people who are no jumper related. Flacco talks to various members of the ops. He talks to TRL. He talks to AD. He has an open line of communication with them. As a result, it is reasonable to assume that what he's saying is probably based on reality. He's probably actually having conversations with them behind the scenes, and then he's relaying that information in a video, and he's kind of playing dumb, and he's kind of acting like, I don't know, maybe, blah, 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 but Flacco knows.
Secret was supposed to go to the grave with them. But because Yuri mentioned Pot Lord's daughter, Pot Lord's wife is now going full nuclear and exposing everything. Now, here's the thing, okay? When we witness what Riley has gone through in terms of on-stream, the obsessiveness, the control, I mean, listen, bro. Are we shocked? All right. Now, again, this is still alleged, by the way, but are we shocked if it is true? If Riley did indeed cheat on Yuri and aborted his kid, are we shocked if it is true? I'm not shocked. Are y'all shocked?
No.
I'm not. But hey, man, y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this, man? All right, do y'all think it's true? Now, what I will say, man, to Yuri, bro, please don't crash out, bro. All right, if it is true, man, think long and hard, bro. If you gotta let her go, let her go. If you want to stay, stay. Well, please don't crash out, man. All right. This is terrible.
This is terrible. Fucking Flacco. Gotta give him a like for that. Man, Flacco, good video. I'm not gonna lie. Great video. Let's do a little bit of this. Let's go shopping. Boom. Is this like a normal thing to do on stream? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go through the Gucci ready to wear website section, and I'm gonna find some stuff that I would like to wear, and then I'm gonna send it to a billionaire in Dubai. This one I really have my eye on. I like this shirt. I love a crew neck sweater, and this one appeals to me. Look, it's actually got Yuri wearing it. Look at that. Okay, so copy and paste this, and I'm gonna add it to an email. Has this guy responded? Not so much. Okay. Let's get in here. I wonder if this guy's asleep yet. He said, I would like, this guy's like asking me for like permission to sleep. Oh, wait. I need to choose a size first. Size, XL. I'm definitely an XL. Does that change the link? Does the link look different once you, well, maybe I can just add it all to a shopping bag. Okay. That's number one, though. Maybe I'm going to copy and paste it, too. Because I don't trust the concept of shopping bag. All right, boom. All right, so this one's on the list. What else do we got? I'm not really like into the Gucci polos like I used to be. That used to be like one of the main things I liked, and I'm kind of like less into it now. Ooh, I do like anytime there's like a black jacket. See, I could rock. Oh, but it doesn't have a hood. I'm like less into it if there's no hood. I like to keep it hood. What else should I get here? Oh, this jacket. This jacket is, yeah, this is 22 stir approved. I'm gonna go double XL. crazy is I think I'm honestly gonna like send this dude a link to my stream. Once he says he bought it, I'm gonna send him the link and just be like, here, you can like see me talking about you. See, this is cool too. This is another one I could definitely see myself wearing. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go double XL on this as well. Okay. What do you think is a like reasonable amount for me to try to get this guy to buy me? Like even just with these items, that's like two $2,500 jackets and then a $1,200 or so sweater. See, honestly, that is a great idea. Dead Heat New York said $100 to look at my brand. You're on. Let's do it. Will Sharp do anything for Brick? I'll be keeping up as the story develops. Of course not. Sharp can't even do anything for himself. He's basically a crackhead. People are saying I should ask him for $10,000 worth of stuff. Would you consider that Lena got a $24,000 bracelet out of all this? Yeah, I mean, I guess that is fair. 10 grand seems like nothing in comparison to that. I guess I want to get stuff besides tops too. So let's go men. Travel, jewelry and watches, probably not. Bags. View all. Some kind of bag would be neat, right? Mabes. Let's check it out. What kind of bag would I actually use here? Yeah, I already have a Gucci backpack that I've had for a few years that I'm probably never going to use in any. Well, I use it all the time, but I'm probably not going to ever need something more significant. Yeah, this is a little tricky for me. I'm going to stick to the Gucci stuff right now, but I don't know that I really would use a lot of this stuff. I want to get stuff I'm actually going to use. Accessories. Belts, eyewear, hats and gloves. My head is too big. Pause. For a hat. I can't wear Gucci hats. I've tried before. It doesn't work. Travel. This is actually like a really cool concept for a stream. Like me buying like me shopping through designer stuff that I would not actually buy for myself, but I'm happy to ask my new sugar daddy to buy for me. I just don't really feel like I need more backpacks. I'm gonna go back to the men's clothes realistically. That's probably gonna be the most useful. Huh. Oh yeah, look at all this stuff. I'm gonna find like one more item and just leave it at that. I'm not gonna try to get too greedy here. I'll find one more thing. I'll email it over and we'll hope that homeboy hasn't gone to sleep yet. Okay. Men ready to wear. What do we want? How about like, do I want to wear jeans though? Because like jeans are gonna be like, they're not gonna fit. I want to do tracksuits and sweatsuits. I mean, we are kind of approaching summer, which is makes me think maybe I should like be thinking of like lighter stuff. But I don't know. Usually when I order this stuff, I don't want like a T-shirt. I want like fucking, stuff that. What about this? What if this was like a hoodie? Oh, it doesn't have my size. That's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, this one's cool. I can rock this. Should I go double XL or XL? I'm probably just gonna go pick it up from the store anyway, so I can figure it out. Yeah, okay. Boom. All right, that's 4 items, almost $10,000 worth of stuff. Let's see if this guy actually comes through. All right. Now the trick about it is you're not supposed to like be nice. You're supposed to only say stuff that is gonna kind of like demean him. Like you don't want him to feel good about spending this money. I'm gonna say, yeah, she would like to see me in these items here. Like you can't say thanks, which is weird. Like, you know, because normally in conversation you say thanks all the time, right? This is like the most normal thing on earth that you're just like thanks. Like what else would you possibly say to someone who's spending a bunch of money on you? You say thanks to people who aren't doing shit for you. So yeah, she would like to see me in these items here. I'll make sure she sends thanks when they are received. I can do in-store pickup. And then I just had to, I wrote thanks and then I deleted it. Because I don't want him to like I think if you say thanks, that it's gonna fuck up the vibe. He's not gonna appreciate that. He wants to feel like I'm taking advantage of him in order to make the goddess happy. This is a real thing. The goddess. That's what he calls her. And he calls me Alpha. Like he talks to me about, or he talks to her about me, and he calls me Alpha. Isn't that insane? I'm like so fascinated by this world. Okay. This is another Yuri clip.
With that.
Here's the thing, I don't even know.
So loud. Holy shit. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
You're doing too much. I'm sorry. But you're doing too much. I'm sorry. You need to not do
That apology was incredibly disingenuous.
That's weird. Can I tell you I'm sorry?
Okay,
but
that's
I didn't mean to
weird.
make you feel that way.
That's some weird ass shit.
I really didn't mean to make you feel that way.
Yes, we dropped a bag of
Exactly. So why are you hugging up on some random ass?
This is Riley getting mad at Yuri for basically like speaking to these girls on stream. Like she's so insecure that she can't handle him just having a conversation with some random girls.
That's some weird ass shit.
Okay, well, if you feel that way, that's fine. But
All right,
I'm sorry,
then have
okay?
fun.
I'm
Go
letting you
show.
know I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm glad.
Pathetic. Yo, I lost like 200 live viewers as a result of looking at the Gucci clothes. I gotta make sure I don't do that anymore. I also hate it because that happens when I go pee. I go pee and I lose viewers as well. Okay, what else we got here? Well, should we stay on topic or should I go a little left field? This is for those who don't know, Swamp Stories has like a channel now where he does these sort of like different style videos where he talks about things that are maybe not significant enough for a full Swamp Stories video. So I'm very fascinated by that.
Ends in the trenches of North Philadelphia.
That sounded gay. I'm very fascinated by that. No, I just like these videos and I just want to watch it because what the fuck else am I going to do?
Specifically 75th Avenue. This is where a man named Barry Reese, also known as Cassidy, was born and raised. Cassidy grew up extremely rough and used rapping as his way to make it out of the hood. In the early 2000s, he performed at rap battles all over the East Coast until he was noticed by a young producer named...
You guys have no idea how fucking cool Cassidy was to me as a kid. Like the absolute coolest rapper when I was, I'm gonna say like 18. No, we were talking post 50 Cent, so I can't say that. But I was probably like 20, and I thought he was so sick.
Swiss Beats. Swiss saw potential in Cassidy and decided to sign him to a 3-album deal in 2002. Right off the bat, his career was a success with hit songs like Hotel and Get No Better. He was already performing at award shows, and his debut album went gold in 2004. Cassidy was the man, but behind closed doors was living a street life in North Philadelphia.
He was a straight gangster behind the scenes. That's a factoid, and we loved him for it.
In a place like North Philly, a famous rapper could not operate alone. So in order to protect himself, Cassidy always rolled with a young goon that he grew up with. This would be one of his childhood best friends named Abdul West. Abdul was raised in a good two-parent home that ate together, prayed together 5 times a day, and always made sure his homework was done. Because of this, Abdul was a good student and actually graduated high school at 16 with a trade in plumbing. Despite being on a good path, Abdul had a strange love for the streets that always caught his attention. Although home life was good, North Philly was always hectic, and Abdul wanted to be a part of it. So when his homie Cassidy's career blew up, he volunteered to be his street enforcer. So in the streets of Philly, Cassidy was
Arab, a pioneer in telling on himself. Nobody has ever excelled at telling on themselves quite like Arab.
At the helm, and by his
We could do a
side
whole
was
stream about him.
Abdul, his brother Leaf Moss, and another friend named Pretty Flock. Together, they were the guys in Philly. They had all the money, and of course, they had all of the girls as well. But with this kind of fame came a whole lot of envy. Many people they grew up with were jealous and were looking for any reason to try them. And that takes us to April 15th, 2005. It's a huge day for Cassidy as he's releasing his highly anticipated song, I'm a Hustler. So of course he's in great spirits until he receives an alarming phone call from Abdul. Abdul tells him that Pretty Flock was jumped by a group of guys they grew up with. The story goes that they caught him out doing errands and they jumped him for absolutely zero reason. So directly after, Flock called Abdul and told him to pull up ASAP. From there, Abdul hopped in his car and called Cassidy to let him know that he might need to bail him out of jail. So Abdul drove to Pretty Flock, picked him up, and they went around looking for the group of guys. The story goes that Abdul caught one of the guys outside of Rite Aid and put his paws on him. From all accounts, Abdul handled him like Tyron Woodley or John Jones. And just like that, there was a potential beef stewing in the streets of Philly. But the guys who started this quickly came to a realization. Do we really want to beef with Abdul West? Probably not. So in order to prevent a beef, one of the guys calls Abdul and sees if they can make peace. At 6 p.m., a man named Desmond Hawkins calls Abdul's phone. He apologizes for what happened to Pretty Flock and he asks him if they can be cool. Abdul tells him to swing by Cassidy's house at 9 p.m. so they can talk it out. Desmond agrees and that's the plans for the night. So you're probably thinking, wow, Abdul is so mature and level-headed. But you'll see. Abdul drives to his house, grabs a blower, and heads over to Cassidy's. When he arrives, he gives him a rundown of the situation, and Cassidy thinks it's a good idea. But then Abdul tells him that he stashed a blower in the bushes next to his house, and that makes him skeptical. If they're coming over to make peace, why are you putting a blower in the bushes? It doesn't make any sense. But Abdul isn't the kind of guy you question, so Cassidy just leaves it alone. 9:30 p.m. Desmond Hawkins and his 2 friends arrive at Cassidy's house looking to make peace. When they arrive, Desmond honks his horn and Abdul walks outside. He walks up to Desmond's driver's side window and they begin having a conversation. Somehow it turns into an argument and Abdul walks over to the bushes. From there, he grabs his piece and allegedly makes a terrible decision.
Wait, so Arab was the one who shot these guys?
Abdul and Cassidy instantly vacate the area and decide to go out of town. Sadly, Desmond didn't deserve this in a million years, but this was Philadelphia's introduction to Abdul West. Abdul ruined a potentially great day for Cassidy as I'm a Hustler was major on the charts. So at the height.
So this is why you don't want to have friendships with people who make irrational, crazy decisions that could get you in trouble. I know a lot of rappers, they get in the game and then they think like, oh yeah, having a bunch of crash outs around me is going to help keep me safe. And realistically, it's kind of the opposite, man. Like they typically just end you up in hot water that you don't really want to be in.
Of his career, Cassidy was paranoid about the event that happened right outside of his house. He knew that even Philadelphia police would eventually figure it out and that it was a matter of time. That time would come, June 17th, 2005. Philadelphia police announced that Cassidy and Abdul West are both wanted for the passing of Desmond Hawkins. This shocked the hip-hop world as Cassidy was becoming a major artist.
Wow, Lush World becomes a No Jumper member. That is fucking crazy. I feel kind of wrong about that. It's almost like a rebate on his salary. It's like we pay you and then you pay me a little bit and then YouTube takes their cut. But hey, I'll accept it. Shout out Lush.
He smartly turned himself in the same day and instantly his life came crashing down. The superstar rapper at the height of his career was now facing 25 to life. While on the other hand, Abdul would go on the run.
You got to understand how much this situation stood out to us as kids because it just wasn't normal for rappers to kill people. And I know that like AR-Ab killed him, not Cassidy. But for us at that time, didn't really matter because we didn't really know. We didn't really like understand what was going on. Wasn't 100% transparent at the time.
But would eventually be found 2 weeks later in Ohio. Now we talk about the court cases, which are actually pretty interesting. This is because Cassidy and Abdul took two completely different routes on fighting them. The men in the car with Desmond told police that they didn't see Cassidy, but instead saw Abdul do it. And the only reason Cassidy was arrested is because it happened in front of his house, so police thought that he called the shot. The prosecutors had a weak case against Cassidy, so he could have easily taken it to trial and beaten it in the end. However, trials can take years, and Cassidy was eager to get back to his career, so he ended up pleading to involuntary manslaughter and taking an 11-month sentence. How this qualifies as involuntary manslaughter is beyond me, but he figured that it was his best option. This way, his music career was guaranteed to return in under a year. On the other hand, Abdul decided to take his case to trial and test his luck. This was extremely risky, especially as there was 2 eyewitnesses, but Abdul knew something that the rest of the world didn't, and that would be that the 2 eyewitnesses would not testify in his trial. That's how feared he was in the streets. No one would dare testify against him in court. And because of this, he was able to beat his trial in 2007 and be released with 0 charges. So now Cassidy was a convicted felon and Abdul had no record. Of course, this isn't fair.
So for the record, Cassidy didn't shoot them, and he's a convicted felon, and AR-Ab takes it to trial and beats it, so he's not, which is pretty ironic.
But it also goes to show that you need to be careful who you hang around. It can ruin your career.
Also, we are playing people's music, so if you guys want to donate for me to listen to your song, feel free to do so. The link is in the description. I think it says $75. We'll get you sorted.
Or possibly even end your life. Cassidy was lucky that it was only a year, but it still had some serious consequences. When Cassidy got home in 2006, his buzz just simply wasn't what it used to be. However, he still had a decent following and one album left with Swiss Beats. So on November 6, 2007, his final album under Swiss was released and it didn't do quite as well as expected. Because of this, he and Swiss went their separate ways and he started his own label called the Larceny Family in 2008. He funded it himself and of course made himself the main artist. But if you have a label, you probably need more than just yourself. Well, coincidentally, the start of Larceny Family was the same time that Ab came home. So Cassidy convinced him to become a rapper and to sign to his label. He promised him that he'd make him a star and that together they'd get to the millions. So Abdul agreed and signed on the dotted lines. His rap name would be AR-Ab, and the Larceny Family was off to the races. Or not. Cassidy underestimated the cost of starting a label and jump-starting a new career. And as a result, he prioritized his own career and AR-Ab was kicked to the curb. During this process, Ab began getting frustrated and finally decided to go his separate ways. He felt like Cassidy got his hopes up for no reason and was wasting his time. Because of this, their relationship went sour and the former best friends were now at odds. Beef with Abdul was the last thing that Cassidy needed in his life. But thankfully, by this time, he had already moved out of Philly. He was living in New York, focused on getting his career back to the mainstream stage. On the other hand, Ab now had a major chip on his shoulder and wanted to prove to Cassidy that he could make it himself. He now understood that running a career took a lot of money, and that became...
Good video. Love a little video like that, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. This guy paid $100 for me to check out his clothing brand, and I'm just gonna take this. I'm taking it. Let's see what happens. I like to gamble with my life. So his brand is called Dead Heat. Okay, let's check out some items and who's fucking with it. We got Ralphie the Plug. Ralphie, great ambassador for any brand out there. So this is the hoodie. Sweatsuit of sorts. It says Dead Heat across it. Sort of, you know, Hellstar inspired, I would guess. We're gonna. We can't do the story. Okay. We got Jay Critch. Jay Critch is apparently a fan. That's good. Rocking the Dead Heat. Pulled up on him in the studio. I mean, it doesn't look like they have that many items at this time. Like it's kind of sparse. But the stuff that they do have does look good. Oh, we got some ladies. What are the balloons for? Are the balloons full of nitrous? Hard to say. Okay. I'm gonna check out the website. That's kind of my main concern here. Okay. You know, yeah, it looks solid. You know, it's nothing. It's not super crazy. Like a star with. How do I get in closer? A star with some like lines coming off of it. Again, very like Hellstar adjacent, inspired. I'm pretty sure. That would be my guess at where a lot of this stuff seems like it's kind of stemming from, style-wise. But it looks pretty cool, honestly. Become a model. I don't know if you should be advertising that so aggressively. That's kind of makes you look a little thirsty, saying become a model. It's kind of like a little weird. Apply to be a model. Let's apply to be a model. No, I don't want to be a model. But what's the policy? Why do you need a policy? Okay. But yeah, I guess we'll go back to the Instagram for a second as long as we're finishing this out. But yeah, I mean, it looks solid. I guess the stuff that's on the website is not like everything that they have available at this moment, or everything that they've ever made. That's the website is what they have available at this moment, but it's not everything they ever made. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty solid. I think that they got some nice shit going on. They're doing what they can. Like these are cool. These shorts, even this shirt. Yeah, I like it honestly. I'm so used to looking at corny brands, but I can give this the seal of approval. Dead Heat, New York. If you want to send me some stuff, I will rock it. I'm gonna send you a DM right now, just so we're on the same page. Dead Heat NY. Boom. Okay. Oh, and I guess they gave us stuff before, which is interesting because I don't really remember, but okay. All right. Got it. Shout out Dead Heat. Stuff looks pretty good. Okay. Here's a clip I want to watch. Wack confronts Flacco over rumors that he wanted to harm him.
So Flacco, listen, man.
Yeah.
Don't take them sides.
Nah, fact, bro. Keep it on.
You told Adam.
Just for the record, I haven't seen this yet. And yes, it is my podcast, Adam and Wack. But I have kind of checked out on watching the content that I'm not on. I really need to be on camera with Wack in order for me to want to watch Wack, which I realize might enrage Wack. But realistically, without me there to sort of rein Wack in, I just don't really care for watching the content so much, to be totally real with you. So, yeah.
That you got a lot of questions for Wack, but you scared to ask the questions because you think I'm gonna go crazy.
Nah.
Thank you.
I don't understand that. I like people asking me questions.
Yeah, well, you flexed on him one time, man.
No, we already passed that.
Oh, Noble Gods just gifted 5 No Jumper gift memberships. Appreciate it, man. Basically, like, Loose Cannon had been feeding information to Flacco, telling Flacco that Wack wanted to kill him. So that's why Flacco was terrified to be on camera with Wack, because he thought that he was going to die at his hands. So I guess this is like the resolution to that.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
Nah, man.
No, we already way past that. I done seen Flacco 10 times. We made sure Flacco, he was at the fight. We made sure Flacco was straight.
Right. Yeah, no, right? Look, so Adam.
No, right?
Cap, no, but what I said was this. I did have questions regarding like certain people, and then I seen the paperwork, and I thought,
Well, what questions?
I can't really for me question Wack regarding for me.
What people?
Nah, come on.
Nah, come on, Flacco. I want to break that. I'm asking you. So whoever you mention, it's
You
on
were right.
me.
No. Sorry. again, you were right about something, but I thought you were wrong. And then the paperwork dropped.
This is like the stream of me just reacting to all Flacco content. Which, I mean, hey, sometimes you gotta do that.
And Wack is right, so I can't really speak on it. You feel me?
Oh, so you was bothered that I was right. You ain't
Again,
shit.
no.
So if you would have been right, you would have brought your ass on it.
No.
He was challenging
Come in and got you.
what you presented.
Right? I thought you was wrong.
What was it about? Which one?
And then the work dropped, man. I'm like, hold on, man. What's going
It
on?
had to been Brick Baby.
Nah, man, nah.
What was it
Listen,
about?
I don't, listen, man. I can't speak on
See,
it.
but if you would have been right, you spoke on it.
Damn right.
You ain't see that's some bullshit.
Yeah, man, come
see,
on,
if
man.
I see,
Yeah,
if I'm right,
Just give him his credit. He was right about.
I don't know which one was it.
Hey, bro. Listen, man. Wack was right. You feel me? I said, God damn, man. You feel me? But you know, hey, man.
Yeah, I was hearing some crazy shit. I'm like, what? I don't know what y'all talking about.
No, right. That was also too when like that was when I think it was the last last Thursday show, right?
Yeah, Lush kept saying I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, right. Because dude had shit in my ear, right?
Yeah, but you know better than that.
Yeah,
you
facts.
with one of my mans.
Yeah,
Does he?
Facts. Yeah, facts.
Does he know better?
Bro,
You with my mans.
no facts, right? No facts, bro. Why? Listen. Why?
Sometimes you got to do the math, Flacco.
Whack, listen, bro. Whack, bro. Listen, bro.
Today you see me. You get
Do
in
a
that.
call. Nah, bro. Listen, whack, bro. Whack, bro. Do a call at least like 5 times a week for at least, bro. It took place for like 2 months.
And about me?
Yeah.
Saying what though, Flacco?
There have been plenty of times where I've
I had to talk Wack off the ass today, man. Boy, Wack said when he catch you, he gon'
spit it out, man.
But hold on, listen. But this is that.
See, that is the frustrating part about podding with Flacco is that he'll just end up doing all this stuttering and have such a hard time like getting to the point. It's like, bro, the whole point of a podcast is to kind of get to the point. And sometimes he'll just be dragging it on a little bit too much, man. And it's just like, bruh, like I fuck with you as a personality and stuff, but you can't just take 25 minutes to get the fucking 2-minute point out, bruh. It's a similar effect to like Keem. Keem is the same way.
Yeah, man, yeah.
But Flacco,
Minus the stuttering.
You with my mans every day.
Facts, of course.
So here go the politic, right?
Yeah, of course.
You were
Here
one
we go,
of
the
my guys
politics.
Yeah, of course.
that I raised, right?
Yeah, of course.
You know me.
Yeah,
Him and Eddie Boy is tight.
yeah,
If Eddie Boy piss me off,
yeah, of course.
what I'm gonna do?
Call me.
So what I'm telling you is,
facts, yeah.
if you with my guy,
I still don't know who the fuck Eddie Boy is. I've been talking to Wack for so long, and he still has not said anything that has actually really made me pay attention when it comes to who Eddie Boy is.
every day,
Yeah, of course.
right? And I
Of course.
train this youngster.
Of course, yeah, nah. Yeah,
Had
facts.
this man done nothing but show you love and respect.
Facts, yeah, of course.
So how in the am I doing all that?
Of course.
And you with my guy?
Nah, facts. Nah, that's true. Yeah, facts.
That don't even make sense.
Yeah, no,
now I'm gonna say this on the camera.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Once upon a time,
Yeah.
we had issues
Of course.
with shit you used to do or say out here
Yeah.
when you come out. Flacco from North Dakota,
Yeah.
right?
I don't even know this is.
Get what I'm saying? That's where he from, right?
I don't know this
So Flacco come out here and he didn't realize if I ain't talking this shit out here, they ain't gonna listen to me. So we like, who is this dude always commentating on what's going on out here? But I had to tell people like somebody must be telling him something, or even if he researching it, they didn't put it up on the internet so it's there to talk about. But I can say today,
Yeah.
this coming from me,
Yeah.
I am always one of those ones
Yeah.
to try to build, set, and hold the table.
Facts, of
Or
course.
whatever the business is.
Absolutely.
If we got a construction business or a food business, I'm going to always have the guys that.
Wack also has a real hard time getting to the point. Notice that right now, he's trying to assure Flacco that he wasn't trying to do anything physical to get him fucked up, right? Proceeds to go on a long rant about, I'm the type of guy who does this and that, and I will do this for someone, and I wouldn't do this to them, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, bro, just get to the fucking point. Holy shit. Can you imagine, like, me doing that in conversation? Just doing, like, a long, like, I'm the type of person who blank. A lot of people do this, honestly. I just look down upon it because it's bad podcasting.
at the table that's gonna strengthen that and add to that.
Right.
You may be doing your thing, he doing Mexican food, he doing restaurants, whatever it is, right?
Absolutely.
Flacco, you are right now one of the top YouTubers, bloggers, content creators on the West Coast. No, this is a fact.
Good, bro.
No, this is a fact. So
you hear it out, man.
with me in this lane and me trying to build my team and my people around me, right? How I work is even if it is an issue with you, right?
Yeah.
You ever watch The Godfather in these mafia movies?
No.
See, like, also, this is such a detour in the point that he's trying to make. Like, bring up a movie he hasn't seen, go into a long, in-depth metaphor related to a movie that he clearly doesn't know. Yeah, no, it's just this is a lot.
Watch them, Flacco. Because when they sit at the table and they got issues because people doing things, they got to work them out because he may be a vital piece to what makes this table work.
Facts, of course.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
Not only do you work in the No Jumper building, and you're a valuable piece to Adam, my business partner.
Of course.
You are a valuable piece, I feel like, I know on this West Coast when it comes to this. So if somebody called me and say, Wack, put together your top 10.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
We call it on Flacco top 3. You gonna be in that lineup.
Man, facts.
So I got an obligation, right, to make sure you straight.
Yeah, of course.
If anything, add to you, not take away from
Of
you.
course, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
So don't never let nobody get in your ear about that, because Wack is always gonna do what he came in talking about.
Yeah.
Business first.
Facts.
You ain't no guy that niggas like us get stripes from.
Of course, yeah.
Right? Now we had to learn you because you're
Dissing him to his face and get him to respond with, yeah, of course. You ain't the kind of guy that any of us give a fuck about. Just kidding. Not like that. That's not exactly what he's saying. But he's basically saying, you ain't a threat. And Flacco's like, yeah.
Whereas used to be talking about and saying some crazy shit, but I had to check myself and say, you know what? He only talking about it because they giving it to him or he reading about
of course.
it.
Yeah.
Now you might misinterpret some
Shout out Dead Heat New York for becoming a member.
crazy shit sometimes.
Of course, yeah. No facts.
But that's what made Flacco Flacco.
Of course, yeah.
Because if you misinterpret it, that leaves room for him to come up behind you and respond to it.
Of course.
Whether it's 15, 20 minutes, which in turn...
All right, that's enough. I just realized the value I bring to the Whack Pod. It's just so much easier to watch when I'm sort of reining him in. Yuri and Riley fighting like middle schoolers over random people in the streets looking
This
at
is
them.
like our first group trip together as all friends, and I guess we're learning each other's boundaries and shit. It's our first Vegas trip, where Vegas is like known to be like a fucking wild place, where it's just like,
dude, like
it's a lot of tension out here. Like
just while you were talking right now, the camera couldn't see, but I literally saw like 4 or 5 dudes check out your ass.
Because
and they're like, this is not gonna happen anywhere else but Vegas. But it's like Vegas, like you're saying, is one of those places that's gonna push your buns for girls and guys. I'm walking past girls with like stars on their nipples,
and I'm just like,
and you're getting mad at me just because I'm walking past.
Staring?
Yeah.
Drop the bag of $2.
I don't like that.
Riley, can you promise us Greece won't be like this?
But just like you probably wouldn't want me to be staring at the Cowboys. You wouldn't want me to be like this.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Like,
Why would you care if your girl looks at the fucking Cowboys, the guys who are hired to just stand on the street and just be buff? Like, why would that bother you? Like, you'd have to be such an unbelievably fucking, just like pathologically insecure person to give a fuck about the Cowboys on the street in Vegas.
here's the thing, babe, is like, I know you think I'm tripping right now, or I'm like capping, but dude, I can tell if you were actually interested in some dude, or if you were doing it for the content. I don't think you could tell that with me. I'm not, whenever I'm talking to girls or whatever it is on stream, I'm not like trying to get in their pants. I'm trying to fucking like make them confused and like fucking get some.
He's so bad at speaking. It's like it's such a simple thought of like what streaming is, and he's having such a hard time expressing it because he's just fucking retarded. God, I hate Yuri. God, I hate him. God, I'm glad he cried. Lush World said, y'all know what we smoking on, right? Lush, you demon. We will react to the Lush
Comedy
diss
out of
track.
the situation. It's just like I don't care about that
But
stuff.
it's like you say, like how I feel like when I talk to guys, and I'm like, nah, like I don't give a fuck
dickhead
Yeah, and
to
you're
the girls.
not, though.
I can be.
You're smiling, giggling.
If a girl's take it too
You're
far, then I
horny.
can be a dickhead.
You're horny.
All right, guys, we're gonna be going in.
That was it. Yeah. I mean, this is just way too immature of a relationship to last in the long run at all. I've been meaning to watch this. I got this saved so I could watch it on stream.
Shown myself in an embarrassing light here on my YouTube channel.
What's life off? What's life off?
From overdoing it at the gathering of the Juggalos.
I feel like my nose is leaking into my mouth and my mouth is leaking into my eyes.
To getting knocked out before my pro boxing fight and crying on camera. Not that I expected
Whoa,
to win.
that was real.
A pro boxing fight and crying on camera.
That's why I don't want to fucking box anybody on camera. I'm gonna get knocked out like that. Holy shit.
Expected to win, I just expected to do better. I have always shown the good moments along with the bad, even if it results in me looking like a bit of a fool. But few videos have I dreaded posting as much as this one.
Oh, wow. Okay, I thought this was just gonna be like a regular ass fucking O-Block vlog. Apparently it's like juicy.
I decided to take something before I started filming that I definitely shouldn't have taken, that probably could have killed me, resulting in the absolute shit show of a video that you're about to see. I'd like to apologize to Shoebox Baby, Ike Munna, DQ, E-Dog, and the rest of the guys of O-Block who expected a coherent interviewer and instead got one that could barely form a sentence. I am not at all proud of the version of Brandon you're about to see in this video. I actually think it's really embarrassing. But instead of hiding my behavior, I'd like to denounce it and use this video to show you firsthand just how bad drugs can mess you up. With that said, try to enjoy the video as much as possible as we get an on-the-ground look inside O-Block at 3 a.m. Where are we at? Who am I with?
It's your boy Shoebox Baby. We live in the fucking lab right now, man.
Shoebox Baby is one of my favorite Chicago rappers. I've had his songs.
Really? I mean, I believe that he's a person you like from Chicago, but one of your favorite rappers, I mean, I fuck with Shoebox Baby as a person, but that just seems kind of unlikely. That one of your favorite rappers would also happen to just be one of the ones who are showing you around O-Block. I'm not saying that Shoebox Baby's bad at rapping, but like one of your favorite, does that mean like top 10? Because I don't believe you, Brandon. I'm going to be totally real with you. Shout out Shoebox Baby. I don't mean to drag you into this, but I just don't really believe that you're like in Brandon Buckingham's top 10 Chicago artists. That's just... I'm calling cap. I'm calling
4K
glazing.
Troll and Shy York on repeat for about 3 years now. And before he takes me to O-Block, we stop by the recording studio to make a song, but as you're about to see, I quickly become damn near incapacitated.
Hey, look, put the camera on folks.
I want to know what he took really bad, because I almost snorted a perk with Q50, and I've been thinking about it ever since. After this, play that video of Lush going crazy on Sharp on Lush's page. On his YouTube channel?
Oh, shit. Hey, what's up, bro?
Actually, I'm my boy.
Long time no see, bro.
Cooking up.
Buck Mana.
Take some gang.
Back in the flesh, bro.
TSG, chin up, J don't jump out the same.
You remember me last time we were in O-Block?
Wait, what did you say?
Back in the flesh, bro.
TSG, chin up, J don't jump out the same.
You remember?
Oh, Jado jump outs. I thought he said something about no jumper. Jado jump out, some kind of kill squad in the streets.
You remember me last time we were in O-Block?
You know that.
Over 2 years.
You know what you was on last time?
What? So I really want you to listen to this bar and analyze this shit, because this shit is next level. You ready? MC Doobie Hot in the streets. Gagging and chucking. Sucking fucking. Hard dick eruption. Not creaming on my hand. Semen from a man.
Wait, creaming on my hand, semen from a man. That's the kind of shit that I rap in my head throughout the day.
Damn. Come on, bro.
We ain't even gonna talk about it. We gonna leave that in the past.
That's us rapping shit?
Nah, we ain't talking about that. We ain't doing that today, all right?
People are saying that they want me to react to Lush's story talking about Sharp. I'm gonna be honest, I tried to watch it earlier and I didn't care. I skipped through it. No offense, Lush, but I just so don't need somebody to like let me know that Sharp is a loser. It's just pretty obvious to me.
It's coming up next for you. Got any singles, albums? What's going on?
I just dropped with Lil Reese. We just dropped a song called David R. Bennett. It's a tribute to Vaughn.
Lil Reese owes me $150, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stop it.
He does, I swear.
I'm finna call her for you right now.
You owe me $150 for like 2 years now, bro.
Who that sound like him too.
I was pissed, bro. I've been pissed. I've been like, fuck Lil Reese, bro. Come on, $150. I'm gonna get that money back.
He owe you some money.
Lil Reese doesn't answer the FaceTime here, but later in the episode, he calls back and I ask him directly about the $150 he owes me for an interview I paid him to do in 2022.
No response from Lil Reese, bro. It's been a long time coming.
Hey, boy, my people's I'm in the studio with, they say you owe them like $135, folks. Send that shit through Apple Pay, Zelle, or Venmo right now.
Talk to the people, though. A lot of people look up to you, Shoebox, baby. Give us some wisdom, bro.
Get some wisdom.
Give us some wisdom to the folks.
Man, don't be, he lit right now. Don't be like folks.
You know it's bad when the drill rapper's wisdom to the people is
don't be like folks.
For them to not be like me. And he's 100% right because the condition I'm in is gross and just totally fucked up.
I'm gonna go to O-Block tonight. That's gonna be crazy. Stay tuned.
All right, so this next clip is where it gets pretty
Okay, my other question is, does anybody have a link to or a timestamp to this? Academic speaks to Loose Cannon's wife, Sharice Mills. I know that she basically accused him, or Loose comes on and accuses Brick Baby of being a snitch, and I really want to see that clip, but I don't know the timestamp, and I want somebody to direct me to it, so I don't have to watch an hour-long video.
I'm trying to rap.
Folks, how about you can't rap? You can't rap, folks?
I can rap.
But folks ganged out, though. He ganged out, so he gotta rap.
Bro, that part decent.
No, my raps are decent.
That shit was good.
No, they're decent, bro.
I can't imagine taking drugs and being like this on camera. It's been a long time for me personally. It's just, I'm not even smoking weed right now. I know I just took the mushroom MDMA candy. Adam, how much would it cost for you to react to Kim by Eminem? Dude, I don't want to get my whole fucking stream detonated. They're saying it's 45 minutes in. Okay, I'll cue that up for after this.
Yeah, no.
My shit's decent.
Oh. Folks act like he off the gnaw. You off the gnaw, folks. Folks off the fentanyl. I can't.
They call fentanyl null. I didn't even know that.
Call it my name.
So what happened here is I took a small dose of something that I'm not allowed to say on YouTube, and it turned out to be a much, much higher dose than what was advertised. And straight up, this is how people OD and die. Taking pills off the street is like playing with fire, and it really does make me sick to see myself in this fucked up condition.
I could give him that shit. I've been trying to do this shit for too long. TSG, that's BSG and GBG, chase on gang. I ain't gonna lie, this bitch too weak.
It's really not very funny, and I don't mean to make light of how seriously not cool what I'm doing in this video is, but it did make me laugh thinking about it from Shoebox Baby's perspective. He hits me up to do an interview, and I fucking pull up like a right angle, just fucking nodding off right in front of him. Like, what am I doing right here? I'm supposed to be asking questions. Worst interviewer of all time.
He's dumb.
Damn, okay. Oh. Phono.
22ster, do you miss perks? No, I haven't taken a perk in so long, and I don't really miss it. Like, honestly, the last time I did it, I did a little too much, and haven't really missed it since then, because as good as they feel, it's just not worth it.
You good?
Yeah,
Hey, you can see without your glasses?
I come to like, yeah, I'm chilling. And what really makes these drugs so dangerous is that I genuinely have no recollection of being in this state whatsoever. If you're watching this and you think that sipping lean or popping perks is cool, just look at me. There's nothing cool at all about
But this isn't what happens to most people who take perks, for the record. It's like probably not something that they really got to worry about that much in terms of this particular outcome. Like, I've taken perks a million times, never had this happen to me.
Hey, he high as hell. Look at him. Why you that? Hey, let me get you an interview. Why you this high?
Because of fentanyl-laced Percocets. Anyways, as 3 a.m. is approaching, we leave the studio and head to O-Block.
This is spooky. Look at this big, long alleyway. Walking all the way through this.
Holy shit.
Ooh. About to be 3 a.m. pretty soon. O Block incoming. I have no idea where we're at right now. All right, we're getting into O Block right now. Here we are, live and direct from Parkway Gardens, aka O Block, 3 in the morning. We got Mana Ike out here in the trenches.
You know that, man.
O
Hope for
Block.
the O, man. You know.
It's been like 2.5 years since I saw you last, bro.
Yeah.
3 a.m.
Trenches, man. 3 a.m.
How's
O
life
Block.
been, bro?
Shit, chilling, man. Just still focus on the music shit, man. My boy G Nook, he finna get out real soon.
Yeah, free G-Nuck. When's he getting out?
He should be home. I ain't gonna say the date, but it's gonna be real soon, man.
Let's get it, bro.
He on point, man.
You been dropping new music?
Yeah, I've been dropping every month.
Bro.
Go fuck with that Hope in My Hood. That bitch out right now. That bitch got over 300,000 views. I say last nigga sleep and the first nigga woke, cause the first nigga sleep will be the first nigga broke. I've been trying to find hope, but I'm the hope in my hood. It feel like I've been fighting these demons for a lifetime. Hate being told when I do wrong, cause I won't right mine. 392, Big Shiesty gone, he live a shice life.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck if he at home, he see these bright lights.
Yo, this part kills me because E-Dog is trying to press me on camera and get a reaction, but I'm so out of my mind. I look like I don't even know what's going on.
If you really think about what he's doing, he's like basically reacting to his own video before it's even come out. You know, he's just sort of like interjecting his own commentary into it, which is almost also kind of like what I'm doing right now. But like doing that for your own video, like we did a O Block vlog a couple months ago, and like I didn't add any like additional thoughts after the fact, but it is kind of smart because it kind of rounds it out a little bit and, you know, allows you to make it a little bit more engaging. I mean, especially in this situation, I guess it really needed some commentary since he's fucking fried.
Say for a minute.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Who you know, bro? Who you know, bro? Who you over here for?
What?
Who you over here for? Who you know over here?
Well, we were invited by like
Who else,
Mana
though?
Ike
I'm
and
saying he's the only person.
Shoebox Baby.
This is E-Dog doing the same thing that he did to Jay Maine, but he's doing it to Brandon Buckingham.
That's the only person?
Yeah.
Who else though? Who else the only person you know?
They was waiting on you earlier.
Like who? No, bro. Who only person you know besides him over here?
Just them.
you don't know nobody else right here.
Right now.
Post out there.
Fuck Mana.
Oh, what?
Fuck Mana.
Who else?
I can't believe he honestly like kept doing this. Like, I feel like if I was in this kind of state, I would probably just be like, all right, I'm going back to the hotel. This is over. I can't imagine like even being out in public this fucked up.
Not that many people. If you want me to leave, I'll leave. But
No, what you talking about? Who you know besides fuck? Watch out for you stepping. You stepping on that shit.
You interviewed dude, didn't you?
Yeah, you did do that.
What?
You know, dude.
This there.
Look at my dumbass. Zero reaction. This part could have been so funny, but instead I'm just standing there, mouth breathing.
You just like to get you, man. They just back. You talking about what?
I don't know how many people I'm supposed to know.
What's his name again? What's his name again? I told you.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Look at him. Look at him.
This O-Block Napoleon.
Nice to meet you, bro. Nice to meet you.
All right, so for a proper introduction.
So wait, that's like kind of aggressive for me, dog, right there.
Napoleon.
Nice to meet you, bro. Nice to meet you.
All right.
Do you know me, Brody? As in, like, I'll fuck you up. I'll get you fucked up if you play with me, because I'm E-Dog. And I snort perks. Just kidding. You probably don't snort perks. I was just kidding.
So for a proper introduction, this is E-Dog, a rapper who has roots so deep in O-Block that Chief Keef shouted him out 14 years ago in his 2011 song It's Crackin', where he rapped, E-Dog gon' let it blow. His song Back Again has over 1 million views, and he can also be seen in old E-Dog gon' let it blow. His song Back Again
Back Again remix
has over 1 million views, and he can also be seen in old videos riding around with none other than King Von.
Turn the camera around so they can see you. Oh, bro. All right, bet.
Supposed to like Post Malone.
No, live from the fucking trenches. All these goofy ass
There's literally any white person looks like Post Malone.
niggas out here, bro. Need to slow down, bro. Just pump your brake. There, hold on. Hey, little bro, you. Pump your brakes. Nigga ain't never did nothing to us. Pump your brakes.
This is DQ from the O, another veteran rapper from O-Block who has dropped songs with over 1 million views, such as With That, Soldier, and Track Still.
He puts positivity, opportunity block. You feel me? We got a lot of opportunities. Rap, trap, sing, actors. We finna get into acting. You feel me?
I interviewed, I think, every single person that he's with here. Pretty sure. Without exception.
I do a real TV series about Parkway Gardens, starting from the beginning all the way to up to now.
My math can't be mathing. When them niggas talking about bathroom, fuck you talking about the tub.
Oh, you see that? Because they got beef with like Chucky Wackham and all that. Well, Shoebox does anyway. But I didn't know that the rest of these fools did. But when they talking about bath right there, that's getting at Chucky and his homies because they was pushing that bath shit.
See my eyes, they making me mad. You want some chicken, folks?
Upstairs gate.
Hey, y'all want some chicken?
Hold on, look, check it out. I got a special guest here. I got a special guest here in O-Block.
Put that like that, bro.
The white boy Napoleon. I got a special guest.
Got the O-Block chain.
Yeah, how you feeling out here late?
I thought that I went to O-Block late, and I'm pretty sure it was like 10 when we went there. And this is like 3 in the morning. For sure, I ain't going there at 3 in the morning.
Like 3 in the morning.
I feel good, bro.
I don't look like I was actually feeling that good, but a cool side note is the O-Block chain I'm wearing right here is DQ's that I believe was gifted to him directly by King Von back in 2020.
It's a wonderful Tuesday evening.
Who you feeling like?
I feel like Shoebox Baby right now.
Ah, you feeling like Shoebox Baby?
I feel like Shoebox Baby right now.
Yeah. How you feeling though? You out in the trenches?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, bro.
Big
His mouth is.
Alcoholic Gamer said, Adam, tell Josh this is for him. I see him drinking that pink Red Bull. Mix it with cherry vodka for a good time and don't pass out again. Drinks on me. I don't think Josh needs to be encouraged to drink more or to take more drugs.
Mouth.
We found all the eaters. Give you some neck. Check it out.
I got a wife.
Oh, you got a wife? I fuck with you.
I feel great with this O-Block chain.
Now you gonna feel like that, but you feel like a king, man. A young queen, man. You lucky you got a wife, because in the morning you would have gotten topped off. They would have seen live. But look.
Oh, yeah,
This bitch
yeah.
ain't never,
Boy, you got chicken?
Hold on, wait.
Shoebox Baby,
That's
thank
mine,
you.
hold on. Damn, y'all doing lame shit like
Dude, think about how good Popeyes tastes when you're on perks. It's a glorious feeling, ain't it? It's up there with Nas. Just take a perk, take a Zan, eat fucking Popeyes. Oh. Don't play with me, man. I'll go right now. I'll get off stream and go get Popeyes.
Hey, when this vlog drop, these bitches better buy me a whole 15 piece. Look, put it on him.
We got Popeyes at 3 in the morning. We know the matter.
You let him take my chicken?
I didn't even touch any of it. Brandon ate some.
Look, you talking about Brandon ate some.
O-Block chicken wings in the trenches right
You say
now.
O-Block chicken wings, huh?
In the trenches, bro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm a modern day David Letterman here. I go straight into O-Block and start eating fucking fried chicken. I don't ask a single question. I'm out of my mind, dude.
All my bitches, they dime pieces. If it's two, then I got a dub. Too gangster to be in the club. I'm all about be love.
I want my nigga B-Love. Your name B-Love now.
Yeah.
Because your name Brandon.
Here at the Parkway Gardens playground. It's late, bro. 3:20 in the morning.
He's like, oh, I thought he was like not even with them anymore. He's just like kind of hanging out on the playground by himself.
Rolling up the one and only Shoebox, baby.
That's the morning wood.
Yeah, morning wood. Buck Munna. Brandon Buckingham and Buck Munna.
Hey,
Back
2
in
years
action.
ago, had my dog
What's
Kel.
up, bro?
2 years later, what we doing? Back here, right?
Back. Feet on land. O-Block.
Bloody good. Free G-Nug, man. Free TY, free No Brain, man. Free the whole TSG, free the whole BSG, GBG.
You can see G-Nuck and Taimana in my last 2 O-Block videos. Allegedly, G-Nuck is incarcerated on gun charges, and shortly after filming with him, Taimana was charged with murder when he was only 16 years old.
You dog with the Glock don't run, I'ma blame ya. We're real guys, you know, like history guys, not far as like what you be seeing the blogs do, like far as like history guys from like 10 years to right now though, from before his era, all that, you know.
I know, like from this area, like Ocho Munna.
Okay, that's Babe, right?
Yeah, I know, like obviously King Von, Chief Keef. I know Lil Reese. I know there's a good one, Boss Top.
Okay, that's a nice
There's a lot of people.
Now you naming people, you naming people that's already like, you know, that I expect you to know. You get what I'm saying? You ain't doing your research enough. You on some J-Main homework shit, bro.
Oh.
You know, some
it's
risky
personal.
research shit, bro. We don't like, hey, bro, we don't like that. We don't like that homework shit, bro.
Next, Lil Reese calls me, and I finally, after 3 years, get to ask him about the $150 he owes me.
Hey, folks say he saw you walk.
Yo, I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back. Really gotta take a piss. I wouldn't be leaving you guys if I didn't have to take a piss. I'll give you guys a sneak peek.
No jumper. Coolest podcast in the world.
BRB.
And today,
Clickbaited,
Yeah.
I seen you and Pump was giving out. I mean, it was viral in a way. Where
Yeah.
Y'all gave out PS5.
That's what I'm trying to
chick
do,
Was,
like-
complaining about it, or she wanted an extra one. What was it?
Yeah, no, I bought like 30 PS5s and then like a ton of other stuff. Like I filled a U-Haul truck full of gifts for Christmas, and I had like all my fans pull up, and I was just giving back to people. And one of the people that we gave a PS5 to wanted two. Like she wanted one for both of her kids.
Yeah.
And we're like just telling her, hey, there was like 500 people there. It's like we have to give one per family because there's so many other people here that want a PS5. We can't give you two. And she like crashed out, like just went off, and then Lil Pump went off on her
Yeah, he
too.
went off on her.
Like as he should, because it's just like, what are you doing? You just got a free PS5, and there's so many other families here waiting for one too. And I don't know, like you're acting like that, but.
Yeah.
And then a week later, I was eating dinner at the Hard Rock, and I go to use the bathroom, and she's like was waiting outside the dinner place, and just starts screaming in my face. Like I thought she was gonna fucking hit me. I was like, oh my god, like I literally gave you a PS5, and like now I'm getting yelled at. She's like, you guys made me look fucking dumb. I'm like, bro, all I did was give you a PS5. Like I brought.
Okay. I got half a donut.
You're in the streets of Philly.
Hey,
What's up? Hell yeah.
Hold on, let's first do the Mount Rushmore. Hey, do the Mount.
I gave you 150 for an interview.
Andy Menelakis, look at this. Andy Menelakis. Huh? Oh, hold on.
What's up, bro? We got a little Reese right here.
Hey, shout out to my mans, man. Hey, let me see that, man.
I'm trying to get that interview, Lil Reese.
Hey, shout out to my mans, man. You know how you
Bro, to say the least, it was a long time ago. Lil Reese been locked up for what, like 6 months? Maybe longer?
Right off of 150.
What? Steady calling, I ain't calling back.
What you say, bro?
He said let him take a picture with us in the camera. Get in the camera, dog. Fuck nigga feet. These fuck niggas, they say so bitch ass boy. Put that demo on, hold on, yeah.
Oh, y'all let them know what's going on.
Put that demo on him, you feel me? Yeah.
Yeah, you see that?
4 a.m. We got them in the trenches. 3:30 a.m. Say something for the mic.
Yes.
It's the mic right here on the camera.
Say something to your fans.
Okay. Say something.
Whole blog better.
They already know what it is, man. I'm phone them. We doing it.
Massive shout out to him for being a good sport about me bringing up the money. If I wasn't so out of my mind, I probably could have done a short little interview right here, so we'll call it even. The debt has been paid. Lil Reese, you don't owe me a dime.
We don't push peace because we never was into it nobody, Brody. Yeah. Why we pushing peace for? We never into it. Got they life together. Who got they life together? Look, bro. You ain't doing your research,
like, you
bro.
know me and bro. Do you know me and him?
You gotta do your real research.
You know me and him
bro.
right here?
I think you supposed to be. Look, Brody, you supposed to be one of the guys for real though. You ball.
You kind of get the vibe that they are maybe like a little bit not stoked on him being this fucked up, even though like probably some of them are pretty close to being this fucked up too. But they do seem like they feel at least a little bit of a way about it. Like, they kind of give him a hard time in a way that I don't think they would normally.
Bro, you ain't act like
I'm sorry, bro.
DQ or E-Dog. You both know the guys, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
I sound so fucking meek and shy right there.
Look, my name on the back of the chain. Go. Look, what that name say? What that name say? What that name say? DQ, right?
DQ. That's you?
Yeah. So you didn't even know I was DQ this whole time, did you?
Bro, I'm high.
That's not good.
I can tell.
Don't do that's unprofessional.
Yeah, you can't. How you come? You 3 a.m. in the rack.
This is my problem with O-Block. These motherfuckers stay up too late. When I went there, it was like 10, 11. They were about to go to the studio at like their studio session started at like 3 or 4 in the morning. And then they were going to go there and record for like 3-4 hours. Like, get on a schedule. Take your life seriously. You cannot be going to bed that late and thinking that things are going to be okay.
Secure though. You all state though, cause you with the right one. You with the right member. You get like that, cause guess what? You secure.
Oh, no.
All state. You in a jet state.
You know breach of security.
It's the jungle. It's the real jungle. You hear me?
You know breach of security.
Worst neighborhood in Iraq.
Honestly, shout out to all these guys for being cool about this situation. I can't remember anyone's name. I'm not asking any questions. And all things considered, they were way nicer to me than they had to be. And I sincerely appreciate that.
I be seeing a lot of people do your interviews, gang, and I be like, motherfucker be over.
No, it's probably going through their head like, damn, you interview a lot of people and you don't get this drunk for everybody else. What the fuck am I What am I, chopped liver? Like, I don't want to be treated this way. Wait a minute. I just remembered I have to call somebody.
Yo.
Crody.
What you saying, Adam?
I'm on live stream. What's up? It's top 5, everybody.
Yo, we gonna make history. We're gonna make history and do this vlog in my hood. Let's do it this weekend. We'll talk details after this shit, you know what I mean?
This weekend, though. I'm down. Let's do it.
Oh my god, this weekend's gonna be history. Let's do it. I'm going to Spain right now for 3 days to work with Neon and Ye.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm on my way to Spain right now. I'm going to the airport.
All right, well, what if I buy tickets and shit, and then I go there, and then you're fucking still in Spain with Kanye? That seems pretty likely.
Oh, no, man. Bro, I stand on business. Everybody knows this.
Yeah, but you're going to get caught up in the Kanye vortex. He's going to be having you doing nitrous. You're going to be watching your girl get fucked just like he does. We do, I guess.
Listen, Adam. I'm coming straight back on Saturday. Then I'm going with you. And then let's go. We're going to do this vlog, man. Let's go viral, man.
Oh, so I should come in like Saturday morning or something?
Saturday morning. No, Sunday morning. Sunday morning. We're going to do it for Sunday, 3 p.m.
Oh, but I can only do like, I got to be back by like Monday morning.
Yeah, so we do the vlog. You leave Monday, you know what I mean?
I don't want to go to Toronto for one day, though. I want to hang out like Saturday and Sunday. Maybe we should do like next weekend.
Before somebody backdoors us, so let's talk when we're off the stream.
All right.
Yeah, listen, Adam.
Crody.
No jumping. You know, I'm fucking with no jumper, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, where's Chromaz at?
She's around. You'll see her.
Yeah, she's out and about.
Hell, you'll see her.
We're going to see her just walking down the street?
Bro, you're talking to the king of the six.
I know. That's crazy. All right. I'm going to hit you after this.
Yo, listen. Yo, call me after this.
All right, bet.
I love that.
Much love. Damn, he going on a Kanye mission. That's interesting. I'm not going there if he's just going to be there for one day. I could go anywhere over the weekend. That's OD. All right.
Well, tough. You know, motherfucker be over untruthful. Bro, you know.
Over
motherfucker
untruthful.
Be over unsecure. Motherfucker be unsecure.
Look at the look in his eyes. He's just like, for kids who think that they're just gonna do perks and everything's gonna be all good. Like, no, you're gonna feel like he looks right now.
And motherfucker be like, they ain't positivity, because guess why? They don't know their lifestyle. Motherfucker peace before they positivity, because they don't know their life. We don't push peace over here because we wasn't ever into with nobody in our life. Bro, and we don't click up, we click in. Man, you be rapping, bro? You be rapping?
We ain't never been into it with nobody in our lives, says one of the founding members of Get Back Gang. E-Dog. Don't make me get technical here.
A little bit here and there.
She do a freestyle.
Do a freestyle for it.
No gay shit.
About the
No
block,
gay
No
though.
gay shit.
About, look, about
What you mean, no gay shit? What he be rapping about?
There's no way he could actually freestyle right now. This is gonna be amazing.
About like
Give me a word.
how it was. Like,
Give me a word.
Give me a word.
This the topic.
Hey,
About
and do some shit off top.
about old block, about old block and how.
Someone has to pick it up after I saw.
Positivity.
All right.
Rap about positivity.
No Lil J. He be on the No Lil J act.
I want you to put his name in the rap. Oh, you know, now you know DQ, right?
Yeah.
All right, man, that's all you know. That's all you should know, then.
DQ's in the hood trying to push positive community.
Okay.
I'm really high. I'm trying to move with legal immunity. Shoebox babies on the block giving out sandwiches. He really cares about the kid. He's giving them bandages when they scrape their knee. I got a pee, so I use the urinal. I go to the block with no grip. I'm trying to see something, a miracle.
Type shit. Yeah.
Yo, that's probably the worst freestyle I've ever fucking heard. What was I talking about?
I got a pee, so I use the urinal.
Lil Poppy on phone number. Your new name over here, White Poppy on phone number. I want to see y'all if y'all know who I am in the comments. Say push positivity, man. Y'all want to go? You want to go see my boy? You want to see V-Roy? You want to go see V-Roy?
Yeah.
Oh, you should. You doing your homework instead of your research, bro. You go first, my boy. You go first. Y'all go.
You like that? Because research is a Lil Reese thing, and homework is a J Main thing. So everything has to be a coded diss.
First one, no, I'm gonna go behind my boy. I'm gonna go behind my boy. We chill at the bus stop with this bitch. That's the catch that ass. That's our neighborhood though. We outside the gates though. People say we.
Wiz said Adam has 3 times the viewers than Zero. Love it. I mean, we got a super chill, low amount of viewers right now too. Don't we have 2,600? That's he has 700 viewers. That's pathetic.
I don't know where the fuck they get that from. We don't be outside the gate. You gotta show them where we at. Show them where we at, bro. We right.
I'm not celebrating 2,700 viewers. You know, I mean, I'm happy for whatever I can get, but that's not happening. That's sad.
Yeah, we at the O Block Temple.
2,800. 2,856.
What? Everything. He's a hero.
My brother, he
real hero.
Real hero. Real neighborhood hero.
Hell yeah.
Like if
he really gave back. Who the fuck is him? Why he slowing down?
They think. If it was a real definition of if they had.
Oh, that's some green lean. Look at that. Or it's liquor. Either way.
Real nigga in the Bible, they gotta have my dog right there.
I don't phone them.
Real nigga.
But this is when the fucking King Von mural was there. Like, you're telling me, like, when I shoot a piece of content, I am getting that piece of content out within, I don't even know, like within 3 days. I'm gonna say, like, as soon as I get home, let's get on it. Let's get it edited. If it takes a week, it took way too long. That's my attitude on getting content out quickly. This is like at least 6 months ago.
I'm not in the Bible. Dictionary. I had that wrong. I apologize. In the dictionary, if they had the word real nigga in the dictionary, for sure, my boy, if you really got to be
pop up
right there.
No, bro. If money, power, respect was the word, look at him right there.
No, you gotta say dictionary.
No, word. They words.
They words.
Kind of hard.
That's what I was thinking.
Like,
they are
all
words.
That shit you see on YouTube, that shit fake, bro. That shit be cat, bro. Don't believe that shit motherfuckers see on YouTube, bro. Yeah, they're trying to paint a picture of us just because our area bad, bro. Yeah. And bro
What'd
just stood on business for his homies and neighborhood and his mate came.
I wonder if this is the same trip. Yeah, actually, I think it is. This is like the same trip where Brandon got into the situation with the Risky Road dudes who sprayed his shit up, allegedly. Because I'm going to be real with you, it's just kind of like, timeline-wise, I'm pretty sure that fits in. I'm pretty sure. Because that's wild. This is like, for a person who's been shot in Chicago before, standing out on this street corner at 3 in the morning is some wild shit.
Any fucking Christmas, Thanksgiving, he coming back passing out toys, giving out money to the kids.
From Chicago, but VVS is diamonds in their mouth.
My brother, he came back.
That's the down south. The first one. He set trends.
He came back, set a trend.
Other rappers do that. Other rappers buy their homies chains and shit with their block, cause them. This is hey, no, hold on. Hold on. This is a person though. This is a person, bro. You good, my boy? Bro, we can't do that, bro. You can't do that with the jail. I told you about the breach of security. Never a breach of security. You will never be a breach of security. This is a real person right here. Man, don't be doing that, man. This is real. Y'all think this just a block? This is a real person. This shit valuable. That's a real person, bro. This shit, this name right here. We doing this. Hey, you see this? You see this? You see this? We having a picnic right now. This is a very nice gated community. It's just this shit they just portray an image like this shit, some type of action fiction place. Come on.
Action packed.
In November of 2024, this King Von mural was unfortunately removed from the wall, and according to this article, the store owners allegedly said they removed the mural because it became a target for criminals who would rob tourists as they took pictures in front of the image.
What time it is? It's 3:24 a.m. Put a hey, check it out. You got all this jury on in the trenches, live from the trenches. Find you something that you good at, man, around with it. That's all I gotta say. I'm phoning them.
So you got a cig? Because a cig will really put you to sleep when you're this fucked up.
Back at Old Block, we just came from off 64th and 65th walking down, in the street and shit. Yeah. Then bro, see Von Mirror.
Let's walk through the forest, yeah.
Let me go get my phone. We finna walk through the forest.
So for the record, I talked about T-Rail for like 20 seconds out of this podcast, and this dude commented, Adam claims you don't care about T-Rail, but he comments on everything you do. Adam is like a bitter baby mama that can't wait for their daddy to fuck up so she can expose bro. Again, literally mentioned him for like 20 seconds out of this 2.5 hour stream. You're a retard.
He want to be adventurous tonight. This really like our really getaway spot. You hear me? That's why we go chill. We tired of motherfuckers, everything else and shit. We go back there, chill,
Adventure
vibe.
time?
Huh?
Adventure time?
Yeah, adventure time, chill, you know. Gonna be sipping little cups and shit, you know, shit like that.
Alright, we're going to the jungle or something like that. I don't really know where we are.
The jungle.
Some little O-block getaway thing.
Whoa.
Oh, I never been here. What's this?
It's a playground right here. Look at me, bro. Check this out.
Shout out Juan Rodriguez for the $5.
Shit.
Watch your step, watch your step, bro. Watch your step, bro. Watch y'all step.
We're in the woods right now, bro.
We in Area 64.
Area 64?
We in Area 64, the woods. Come on, let's go. You see this?
That was funny.
Look at this.
Same fucking railroad, Rosa Parks was there.
Rosa Parks was on this railroad?
Underground Railroad started right here.
Are you serious? I swear to God.
Are you serious?
We go.
Shoebox.
He told you serious? What the fuck? Hey, I like you, folks.
Yeah, that was
Where
funny.
the fuck are we, bro?
Yeah, where are they
We
now?
really are in the O-Block forest right now. I didn't know this existed.
You gotta turn to Tarzan. Oh, what he say?
Man.
Yeah, they on some other shit.
Isn't this wild?
Yeah, we're getting yelled at by a construction worker.
No, no, they're not. Are they yelling at us?
Yeah, we gone, man.
You got any memories from up here?
In the woods, with the wood, smoking the wood.
We're really on a hiking trail in the O-Block right now.
At 5 a.m. about now?
At like 5 in the morning, it's crazy.
All right, 5 in the morning.
The sun's about to come out, bro.
This has been fun. Spur of the moment, little crazy adventure. What the fuck?
Stop it!
You want to jump this pointy fence?
Nigga, so?
You gonna do it?
Yeah, nigga, we gone. You sound like a little bitch.
I didn't know O-Block had secret levels like this. Like, I'm trying to go to this level when I get reintegrated.
Hey! Jump, jump, jump.
You alright?
Eat off! Eat off! I got you. Like this type of shit, like adventurous for like us as kids. This type of shit, like we was into, you know?
We're like way back in the woods. I didn't know O-Block had woods like this.
Juan said, send me that guy's email. I like free clothes. I don't have any such email.
Cool.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, this shit is cool, bro.
You gotta be from there to know.
Watch your step. It's slick. I'm about to exit the woods right now. Sneak right through. So that was pretty cool, though. The O-Block.
Sneak right through. I love perk talk. So funny.
Woods.
We get a little trenches.
Yeah. Badass, bro. Thank you for taking me in there.
For sure. Your aura went up 500 plus.
Yeah. Magical, mystical woods.
Nah, you in the trenches. You done did a lot of shit these niggas ain't did in their life. And they supposed to be gangsters. Your aura went up 1,500.
Well, massive shout out to O-Block for having me out.
Aura has really gone through a transformation. I didn't realize that everybody was just going to be talking about Aura.
Here, massive shout out to Shoebox Baby.
Big shout out to my boy Brandon. You know, man. Make sure you remember the fuck who I am next time you come around.
What's your Instagram and everything?
Only Troy family, man. Only Troy family. He keeps from the O. Shoebox Baby 64. At the end of the day still got to end.
Wait, 5 a.m., bro. O-Block.
Just be you. Like 5 kids, just be you. You ain't gotta portray no image, no savage or none of that shit. You still gonna get money, you still gonna fuck her, you still gonna be the man, just be you. The real, be loyal to yourself too, cause to be real stands for remember, everybody ain't loyal. So be loyal to yourself.
Love
That's
an
how you gonna
acronym.
be real. Never click up, click in. Or click out on the nigga, bro now. My advice to the shorties out there, man.
goes and does it with GQ. They have almost 1 million views. This is my question. Is he getting a big bag to do this? Or is this just because he loves the brand GQ so much that he just wanted to have them be the first spot that he went? I mean, I'm going to be real with you. I kind of look at it like Kendrick going to Harper's Bazaar for his first piece of media after the Drake beef. Does he just love Harper's Bazaar? Was he even familiar with Harper's Bazaar beforehand? I mean, for me, probably, I'm probably more interested in the media landscape than Kendrick, and I personally wouldn't have gone to Harper's Bazaar, but let's see.
News broke that the state of Georgia is seeking to revoke your probation. You might not know a lot right now. Do you know anything?
What kind of jacket is that?
That's Young Thug, but you probably knew that. Since breaking out in 2011, he's defined the sound of Atlanta rap, which means he's defined this.
Someone said GQ always does this when there's a piece on their artist. Sure. I just think it's interesting that when Young Thug has a choice of if he wants to do all kinds of different hip-hop platforms, that he chooses to go with GQ. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Obviously, he's a fashion-conscious guy. He likes, there is some kind of prestige associated with going to a big platform like GQ, which I don't even want to call it like a big platform, because I feel like, if the platform was the question, there might be more fans of his associated with No Jumper or Acker Vlad or whatever, so it's just kind of an interesting decision. For me personally, I probably would tell my artist to go with something more hip-hop centric, but also the kind of questions that me or Acker are going to ask somebody like Young Thug, probably not really the kind of questions he's really dying to answer, so I get it.
Sound of rap music in general. His roving, restless voice, his out-of-this-world style, his playfulness, all of this has led him to the very top of the industry. He sold a lot of records and influenced a lot of other artists. He's also had about as dramatic and difficult the last few years as a person can have. In October, after spending more than 2 years in jail before even being convicted of anything, he accepted a non-negotiated plea deal and a complicated and drawn-out RICO trial. Since then, he's been in Miami and here in Los Angeles, working on a new album called UY Scooty, named after one of the biggest known stars in the universe. Right when we were about to start filming, something happened. Here is me that night, trying to explain what we knew about the situation. So I'm standing on the set of our Young Thug video cover shoot, literally 10 minutes before our interview.
So he said hip-hop platforms can't compare money-wise. No, for sure. I guess. I mean, if they even have like 20 bands, 30 bands, 50 bands, I mean, yeah, obviously I'm not giving Young Thug 50 bands. It's not worth it to me. Maybe GQ has that. I don't know what the financial situation is.
Started, news broke that the state of Georgia was seeking to revoke Young Thug's probation. We don't totally know what that means at the moment. I don't even think he does. But Young Thug wanted to do the interview anyway, so we did it, as you'll see. I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen, so take this as what it is, a specific and very chaotic moment in time. Dramatic, right? Less than 24 hours later, a judge denied the motion. That night, Young Thug was courtside at a Lakers game.
Desto Dub was there, sitting over there too.
Slee, you want to say it? I'll give you the what? Sure.
Say better take 3.
Okay.
Take 1.
Do I gotta close it? What?
Boom.
Fair take 3. Action.
Hell yeah.
Action. I think I have to ask about the
Look what he's wearing. He looks like he was fucking animated. Like, what is this outfit? Holy shit. Not saying I know anything more about fashion. By all means. What the fuck?
I don't feel like people should see me. I mean, science making just like fucking.
This is an example of like the dumbest possible comment. Academics Vlad, No Jumper, y'all ain't hip-hop media. Well, what are we then? You fucking retard.
Struck like do something with the mask and like get a clear picture of that. Just like, I don't know, hidden scars and just like just hiding things, you know.
There's got to be like a vibe or a spiritual feeling or something that's channeling you into this place.
I just feel big, you know. Man, my album is You Got Scooty. I feel like I'm one of the biggest stars. I did a lot foundating this culture and, you know, like the new rap game that's happening right now. I'm like out of this world.
That was
like God, though.
Not like God, though. Just like an artist.
Under
Like,
God. Under God, for sure.
was there a moment when that realization arrived?
Yeah, I was actually in court. I was on trial.
Oh, you were on trial?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You didn't know I was on trial?
You had lyrics
I didn't know.
of yours used against you in court. How'd that feel?
I feel kind of crazy and cool because it's like, oh, everybody listen to me, you know?
Yeah.
But crazy, like, the first fucking amendment is freedom of speech. Like, it's crazy. Well, third or fourth, but like the top five.
If I understand correctly, part of the terms of the
Top five.
probation, like there's certain things you can't talk about, right? On records now?
Like, I can't do nothing like gang things or stuff like that on the internet.
Right.
I could really talk about what I want to talk about in music.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay, so it didn't feel inhibited in any way on the new record? Didn't change the way?
Nah. I normally like rap about cool things, you know? I just got like a few lyrics where I just rap about street stuff.
Uh-huh.
Adam, I found Kanye's unnamed cousin and got his court records. Let's premiere it on No Jumper $. Yeah, okay, send it to me. I'll fucking look at it.
And those are the lyrics that they try to use against me. But
yeah.
most of the time, I don't rap about that type of stuff, you know?
Does it make you think twice about rapping about street stuff?
Yeah, because just like the impact that you got on the community, the youth, and not because of like the law. It's more so just like realistically, like kids actually listen to us. Like, all right, you got to like dumb down something, you know? I listen to like new rappers now, and I'm like, my kid can't listen to that. That's great.
Really?
So I'd be like, damn, like, so contradictory.
What can you say about the experience of being incarcerated for more than 2 years?
It was real.
Yeah.
Don't want to deal with it again, but definitely was real.
Were there moments if you wondered if you would ever get out?
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Are you thinking about yourself, your family, your career? Like, where does the mind go?
Family, kids, just, you know, career was like last.
Mm-hmm.
That was like relevant.
Really? Because you like, I mentioned this before, but like you went in at the height, the pinnacle. I could see wondering like, oh, am I going to get that back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll get it back.
Because as an outsider, it was crazy to watch. This guy was at the top of the craft, and now he can't do the thing that he does.
It happens like that sometimes.
Does it happen like that?
I said sometimes.
Sometimes. I think it would be human to feel in that situation like a great injustice is being done to me. Sure.
Like, Young Thug is giving you so little that being reduced to sin feels like you would feel like you're having a great justice done to you. When we're talking about being locked up for 4 years, charges potentially essentially. That really says a lot about how little Thug is getting to work with.
Absolutely. Every day.
Really? Every day?
Yes, man.
It ended up being the longest criminal trial in Georgia history.
Yes.
It's something so crazy that never happened before happened. And you're at the center of it. Did it feel personal?
Yeah, of course. Hopefully, personal. But made it back.
Is that a crazy feeling to be like, I'm this big, and I'm also in the cell?
Yeah. I think I'm too big for jail. I think like I'm not too big for God. So like God put me the biggest person in there. I feel like I'm taller than the jail, but somehow he just like squished me in there. I think it was like God thing, showing me like,
look how big this jacket
situations,
is.
real friends, and who you with you, and how to move, and how to be, because you are you. Scooter.
Tough to feel bigger than the jail when you're
For sure.
in the jail.
Yeah. It's just like how I was treated, how the officers treated it. Just like, damn, I don't got no big tip. Like the fucking officers who work in the jail are fans. Like,
They were?
working, they 20 years old. It's like, man, you're a kid.
And they're
telling
fans.
me what to do.
Telling you what to do. Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. My kids tell me what to do. My girl, everybody tell me what to do, but like to actually just sit like why I'm on punishment and you guys are my parents.
You guys are my parents, except you're gonna go home and listen to the record maybe.
Yeah, you like parenting me and telling me like, dude, the fuck is one, bro. Like what you say on this song? Like what? It's just like so crazy. Like,
That
wow.
must be a very insane feeling.
Yeah, I think God put me in there for a reason, and I know.
Yeah, what's the
friends-
reason?
I don't know. I think like because I always felt like I was a good guy, so it was like, why do I gotta go to jail for you to like show me something? Like you just can't tell. I guess I was just hard headed, and I think I love people so much to the point where the only thing that'll make me not love you anymore or just like dislike you is like betrayal, like real life betrayal when life is dependent on it.
Is that something you felt like was happening?
Betrayal happen every day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know that. I mean, you gotta ask. I feel betrayed. I feel fucking jaded. Like, it's crazy.
Does it feel good to be standing here right now then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To be out.
Like you're like you.
It's such a cock tease to get to hear his thoughts, but then to not be able to see his face as he tells those thoughts.
I knew you were gonna see that again.
Absolutely. I would like talk on the phone with my lawyer and things, and he'll
While wearing a jacket that makes him look like he's from Nightmare Before Christmas or something.
be like, he got like houses in the mountains and things. He'll show me all this, so I'll be still like kind of seeing the scenery. It was 2.5 years. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
2.5 years, that was it? From the day he was arrested? I could have swore it was way longer than that.
Going from this to like a jail cell is nuts.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. And then back to this.
Made it out.
Yeah. You may be constrained in what you can say and not say, but you ultimately did decide to plead guilty to 6 counts. That a difficult decision?
Absolutely. Just pleading guilty to something you know that you didn't do or that's not yours is crazy. But you get a chance to keep fighting and then worry about the juror's fate or you just go ahead now. Go home. It's like, go home.
Still feels like the right decision now?
Yeah.
Are you like domestic?
Sharice Mills, what's up?
Hey Adam, I'm gonna connect you with Cannon 1 second.
Oh my God.
Hello?
Loose, Wax said I'm not supposed to be talking to you. I don't know, man.
Wax said that? Why Wax say that?
He's saying that you guys are biting the hand that feeds and that he doesn't appreciate y'all coming talking crazy and doing all the extras.
I'm talking crazy and I'm in jail.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Like, who's doing the extra? Wax is my guy. I don't understand what's going on that's out there that he have problems with the people on my team or whatever like that. It's just like if people running content or whatever, I'm in here. What can I do? You get what I'm saying? He knows that. So it's like, well, what is the point of getting mad at and saying don't talk to me or anything like that? What I'm doing to Wax?
Okay, this is what he wrote on Instagram about you and Sharice. He wrote, I'll put it on the screen for the people. He said, for the record, I don't owe you or nobody else a dime. You continue to overstep your boundaries with men and disrespect. You have one more time to play with my name, and I'm going to remind you that y'all came to me for the plugs, not the other way around. This ain't your lane. You're on a mission to start a war between two men. All you got to do is all you got to do is try me. I ain't the godfather to shit. Count me the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. You're dumb in the brain. Damn camera turned you into something else. Hashtag mistress. Now talk about the OnlyFans. Leave me the fuck alone, please, before I get on bullshit. Loose?
Yeah, so,
Oh, okay.
okay, so let's talk about the OnlyFans.
he's calling out Charisse with that. He's saying that she's putting shit between him and you. The OnlyFans thing, Luce, I saw Charisse chewing on your balls. I hope that was you. Okay. Okay. By all means, hey, I'm a fan. I support that kind of movement. By all means. But you think that she's trying to turn you and Wack against each other? Or I felt like you were already kind of having these anti-Wack feelings from the beginning, because let me just hit you with a narrative, is that a lot of people think that, and in particular Trap Lord Ross, they think that you saying that you were falling out with Wack over the fact that he reported on the cops raiding your house when you allegedly got swatted or whatever, they think that that was all a cover because you actually were mad at Wack for basically getting Big U caught up, because you knew that you were going to get caught up as a result of some of the shit that Wack, or that Big U and you did together. You robbed the weed shop, or you extorted him, right?
No, never robbed no weed shop, Adam. You know that.
I guess, I guess Wack is primarily mad because you guys are kind of trying to like finesse money out of him, I guess, or like trying to paint the narrative that
Finesse money out of who? Out of Wack?
I guess.
That's crazy. Well, how are we gonna get money out of Wack? We got our own money.
I don't know.
We got our own businesses. We got our own houses. We
Yeah,
got our own property.
I'm being told that last night, Wack, people were that Charisse was saying that Wack needs to start supporting more.
No, well, she don't. Wack don't have to do anything.
That's false. You need to go listen to the interview.
I do. I'm on stream, but I do need to check that out.
Yeah, when you check that out, you'll see I never did. Academics asked a question and I answered it. And I never said he needs to. I never said I'm looking for it. I never asked for nothing. I actually said we are not ones to ask for a handout. If you want to support Cannon, go to itsloosecannon.com and purchase a t-shirt, stream his music. Those are the things I said. Ack is the one that instigated and asked certain questions. And truth be told, it wasn't even what it was when he had talked to Wack. And Wack just went big on big for no reason. And I just feel like he's a big bully. And at this point, I don't want anything to do with him. He can go ahead and suck my motherfucking invisible dildo at this point.
Invisible dildo? That's a lot. I don't think Ack wants to suck that. But wait, you're talking about Wack.
No, I wasn't talking about Ack.
Okay.
I was talking about Wack.
My bad.
Okay?
Oh, you say Sweetie too. Everybody says Sweetie.
Women. He likes to bully women, and it's not okay. He would never say those things if my husband was out of jail. He would never.
You think Wack is scared of Luce?
I don't know what he is. I'm not saying that. Don't put words in my mouth just like how Ack was. I never said that. But I know for a fact he wouldn't have done that if Cannon was out of jail.
But because he's scared of him, right?
No, I didn't say that either. What I'm saying is he should have never disrespected me publicly. He could have called me. He said those things and all that and talking about my last check was from him. No. It's the other way around, sweetie. You made a commission off of my check. So I paid you. How about that?
Got it.
Let's get that straight. All right? You're not even supposed to be talking about that publicly. So let's get that straight too. Like, don't disrespect a woman. Because I definitely won't disrespect yours or anything with you. I never disrespected you. We actually showed mad love to him on that interview. When Cannon got on the live, he actually said, Wack's my guy. I love him. So if he really wanted to, he could have listened to it. I actually even joked and was like, yeah, issues. They're hot, they're cold, they argue like they're together. That wasn't a diss. That wasn't me being disrespectful. That was me saying how close they are. Like I'm like, damn, you always on the phone with Whack. Like I'm, like he's your side woman. It wasn't like I was disrespecting him or making it seem like saying he's a fucking bitch. No, I didn't say that. What I was saying was they're so close and they bicker like they're together. That's what I said.
Okay.
But people get in their feelings and got their panties in a fucking up their ass like a thong when I act like a little bitch. You want to call me a bitch? Then you're a bitch too. And nobody's trying to start a war between two people. I'm not trying to do that, and you know that.
No,
all right?
for sure.
Best believe, if you don't want to be his godfather, trust me, I didn't ask you to. That was canon, sweetie. Okay? I didn't ask you to be my son's godfather. He's well taken care of and probably got more money than you right now.
I didn't realize that he was that was that serious. That he's the Godfather. Holy shit.
I didn't give him that title. Cannon did, and even truth be told, I answered it truthfully. He never not once gave my son a diaper, and you got a diaper company, and I'm not asking for it either. I never asked for anything from this man. Never. Okay? Never asked a thing from this man, and I don't expect it either. Okay? They offered before Callie was born. They even said, "Oh, Callie could, be the face of the Incredible Diapers." I was like, "Okay, cool." When it was the baby shower, change your diapers to Incredible Diapers on the registry. Don't put Pampers. I'm like, okay, cool.
Well, I guess Whack is saying that he's not the Godfather.
Well, that's cool. Thank you. No problem. You did me a favor because I didn't want to denounce you from being a Godfather anyway.
But was Whack there when you gave birth?
He was there, but because I had COVID, he couldn't come see me or nothing. So he was in the waiting room.
Oh shit. Okay. Sharice, let me ask you this: does it bother you at all that people are leaking your OnlyFans content on Reddit and whatnot?
Absolutely not. Let me tell you why. Because I put it out. But what bothers me is when people's motives are to be revengeful and do it in a negative way. Best believe, listen, my body is tea. I don't give a crap if you want to do that. But what's going to happen is if you're doing it in a form of revenge and trying to do it in a malice way, that's when it becomes a problem. And that is actually a crime. And those who are doing it are getting handled. It's already in the works.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, I saw the clip of you chewing on Loose Cannon's ball sack, and
I had a good old time.
My blood pressure went through the roof.
That's great because I know I do a good job. That's how I got the ring, sweetie. Listen, my husband married me because I'm a freak. Okay?
Woo! That's right.
I love what I do. I love pleasing him in all ways, all shapes and forms, and best believe he does the same. Clearly, he got some good dick game because you see the women he slangs. Okay, so trust me, it ain't just all talk. He actually walks the walk too.
Right.
So we were a match made in heaven.
Wow. Did you see the Traplo Ross documentary where he paints Luce as being some sort of pathological liar? How do you feel about that?
No, I haven't even watched it. Honestly, I don't really watch these things.
Okay.
So I only watch things that people send me, and nobody sent me that. And
Okay.
whether or not he's a pathological liar or not, if that's true or not, clearly, there's some truth to some things. I know everybody was doubting that even Lil Durk was going to be on our podcast interview this past Sunday, and look what happened. We made history, okay? We made history. Durk never did an interview since his arrest, and look, the first one to do it. So y'all go eat that.
Eat that. Yo, okay. You tell me.
Maybe eat my ass too, because if you're gonna watch that video, I'm sure a lot of y'all over there jerking off to my videos.
Yeah, put me in line. But okay, so I was no disrespect to Luce, but
Thank you.
How do you feel about that the IBM hoodlum guys basically pushing an angle that basically Whack is trying to put the No Jumper fight video out there, hoping that there will be charges associated with it or something like that? Are you totally fully in line, in communication with the IBM fan base?
Honestly, no. Listen, they do what they do. I've already, I call them and I say, hey, listen, Whack don't like this. Hey, listen, I got a call on this. They are grown. They're going to do what they want to do. At the end of the day, ain't nobody trying to be, that's why they say, Sharice called me and you guys are crying, but we posting. Of course, you tell me call them and stop them. If they choose not to stop, they choose not to stop. That's on them. They're just like everybody has freedom of speech and want to go and bash and talk and discredit my husband. They can do what they want to. It's fair game. You guys can dish it, but you can't take it. You can dish it, but you can't take it. You're going to have to take it when it comes. It is what it is. And you want to say it's war now? Okay, then. Go ahead. could say or do to me that'll hurt me, sweetie. I'm straight where I'm at.
Okay, this is my other main question as well. Is if Luce is of the opinion that Brick is some kind of snitch, and then Dirk is at least in theory supposed to be cool with Brick, wouldn't Dirk not want to get on a call with academics and have his first time speaking to the public be on a call with somebody who's also pushing the line of accusing Brick of being a snitch? Like, to me, that almost feels like some kind of like slight Brick diss on behalf of Dirk.
I wouldn't say that because first and foremost, Cannon didn't say Brick was a snitch. Okay.
Oh, that's what I'm being told. I haven't watched it yet, but that's what I heard. Okay.
No, he never said that. So let's clear that up.
Okay.
Second of all, if you heard what Dirk said on the interview, he said, "I don't care who has a problem with who or what the issues are. If I'm cool with them, I'm cool with them," and that's a fact. That's it. And that's where it's gonna sit. He doesn't care what mess or ish dramas or who don't like who or what. If he's cool with Cannon, he's cool with Cannon, and that's it.
Okay. Cool.
All right, I was hoping that he would have called back by now, but he didn't. But thank you for taking the time, Adam. You know, ain't nobody gonna stop no calls or no nothing. Okay?
Okay.
Nobody made anybody. Nobody made anybody. Okay? I've been somebody before I met even my husband. I've been somebody before I met them. You manage people. Just because you manage someone or work with someone don't mean you made them. You work for them and get a check. That's just how it is. You don't make someone. Okay? There's no such thing as of creating an artist nowadays. The artist is already there and you just manage them. Nobody's building a bear no more. It's not a build a bear situation. Okay? We all adults here. You didn't get me when I was 15. So let's get that straight.
Got it. No, for sure. All right. Appreciate you calling in.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
Much love. Thank you. Yeah. She got to produce more OnlyFans content. That's what the streets need. But no shots at Luce. For me, those two things are not mutually exclusive. I'm not going to call whack because I don't want to be here for 3 days. If I call whack, it's going to be a fucking onslaught. Yeah, I know. He'll probably call me right now anyway.
Yeah, for the most part. My girl,
Your girl's Mariah the Scientist, right?
Yeah.
Sweetie.
Are y'all like on the couch watching shows?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Just like total domestic
Sometimes
bliss.
you gotta come get me from where I'm at. Sometimes I don't want to go home. It's just like
Oh, she gotta come grab you.
Right.
She was in court supporting you, right?
Yeah.
That must have meant something to you.
Absolutely.
There's this song on the record that is like so raw, where you guys are basically just singing to each other.
Yeah.
So confessional that I was like, I wonder if they thought twice.
So this guy's heard the record and I haven't? He's talking about a new record that ain't out yet?
About sharing this with people.
Well, damn.
Nah. It's music. It's just like, there's people all over the world going through that.
It felt very intimate, though.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is something there that relate to you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you hear. All right, that's your point. That's art.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's like you're putting a lot of yourself out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's your job.
You think so?
As an artist, that's your job. What else is to talk about? You want to talk about clothes and shoes, or you want to talk about real things? Like things that people could feel forever. Like, come see.
Yeah, although there's a great.
Whoops. Dead Heat, New York. Yes, that is still. Okay. Yeah, that's still the PO Box, the Burbank one. I think it's in the description of this video.
Tradition. Right. Songs about clothes and shoes too.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Sometimes you gotta do that too. I do that to like keep people up to par with the wear.
Yeah.
So the young guys that's looking up to me, they want to know what coat this is and what thermals these are. Those guys could be like, oh, this what it is.
I do need to know what thermals is. We're gonna need.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. All right. So, you mentioned your own new record earlier, UY Speedy. Did it feel the same as it felt before? Like when you came back and started doing it again, did it come easy? Did it come hard?
It came easy. I never lost it, man. I never lost it. I wrote music in jail and like I just listen to music sometimes in court and like, things like that. So like, I never like lost it. I was still up the part on like what was going on, you know.
Did it feel like making other records?
No, it's a whole different feeling for sure.
How so?
Cause you just like just in court fight for your life. And act like in the studio at home, surrounded by love and beats.
One thing I noticed about the record is you can really hear like every word. You hear your voice. It's like high in the mix. There's not like
Someone said call Ski. Imagine I call Kiki. That would be so crazy.
Effects. It's just like the voice is right there. Was that deliberate? Was that something you thought about? Yeah.
I haven't spoken to Kiki since the O-Block situation. Just to put it in perspective.
I've told like my manager, I told G off like things like I just want to make music where you can
G off, ain't that pronounced Jeff?
actually hear me. Cause I always talk shit.
Also, his name is
shit,
Jeff.
but like sometimes you can't like hear it. Sometimes you're like, what are you saying? You know? So it's like now like I feel like I'm new. I feel like I'm a new artist. I feel like I just came in the rap game again.
Another thing I noticed about the record is, and I mentioned the song of Rye the Scientist earlier, but it's a very confessional record. It's like you talk about your mom. You talk about your feelings about being in the news. You talk about crying on like more than one song. It's like very raw. Did you set out to do that? Or is that just what happened when you kind
It's
of
always natural. When I record, it's always just like natural.
I'm not gonna lie, that Molly and mushroom candy is kind of whooping my ass right now. Feels good, but it's definitely affecting me, and I can feel it.
Like however you feeling. Some days I might just feel happy and I just make like lit songs. Some days I just be like not so happy.
It's funny that you say that because there was like a part of me that walked away and I was like, this is kind of a record about being rich and sad. But maybe that's just my takeaway and I'm not right.
Yeah. I don't think I speak about like being rich, like enrichment in the song.
Yeah.
I think you just think that I'm rich. And then I'm making a sad song.
So I'm like, he's sad.
You're like, damn, he's rich and sad.
A big family. I know you guys are close.
Yeah.
Are you still around that?
Absolutely.
Well, I say, because if I understand correctly, tell me if I'm wrong, that like part of your probation is you can't go home, right? You can't go back to Atlanta?
Yeah. Only for like certain things.
Only for certain things.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's home.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I was already out of Atlanta before this case.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I lived in LA.
Like fully in LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since like 2017.
So you don't really feel like you're in exile or anything?
Yes.
You do?
Absolutely.
Well, if you can't go back, then I guess by definition, right?
Can't go home. It's crazy.
What does that feel like?
It just feels like abuse.
Before all this happened, I think Atlanta was like the center of rap culture. Do you think it still is?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We create the wave. You got other places that's popping for sure. Like everybody's popping now.
Yeah.
But like everybody still like sound like Atlanta or like move to Atlanta or rap about Atlanta. It's like you got artists from a whole other place rapping about Atlanta.
Even if you're not there, I assume you still feel like one of the kind of leaders of that scene,
Atlanta?
that city. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the guys that plowed Atlanta into the rap industry.
You would put your...
Yeah. I mean, I feel it. Yo, this dude's hitting me up. Fake account, so nah. I ain't commenting on it. The fact that this person has a fucking fake No Jumper account with 1 million followers and that we can't do anything about it.
yourself in that category?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who else would you put in that category?
Future, Savage, Lil Baby, Migos.
Skinned Christ sent $5 and said, "Sledge Lords, please." I think that ship has sailed. It was fun. It was cool. It's over.
Tip, Andre 3000, Gucci.
That's the Mount Rushmore right there.
Absolutely. We got a lot of kings in Atlanta.
Have you kept up with like rap in general? What do you think of the current like state of the art?
I'm a musician, so I don't think no music is bad or nothing is like wrong. Everything is just fire.
Well, it feels like when you were away, it was sort of dominated by this like Drake Kendrick thing, you know?
Yeah, for most of it.
Which I don't know if...
That was this year. He was away for quite a few years. That's pretty bad observation, honestly.
You have like a side in that, Atlanta kind of
Shout out Bishop Rojas.
Right? Which was an interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just like spoke on people's name in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about. But
But,
I'm like a Drake fan.
Do you feel like it's like rap music in general is in a good place?
Yes. I think the numbers could be better, but yeah.
Oh, you mean like people could be selling more?
Yeah. I seen something about like the percentage in hip hop has like went down.
Oh, really?
I seen something like that when I was locked up. So
do you have a theory about why?
I think a lot of people like rapping about the same thing. And nobody's bringing like something that you can actually watch. You can enjoy the music and like enjoy the things that they do, but like we used to like make movies, you know? I think now it's just like quick. You got to get back to like movies. Like got to get back to like to where like people respect it.
Why do you think they went away from that in the first place?
Because like it was just a big wave of like nothingness running the game, like super simple videos, not really high price videos, like that wave like came.
I feel like Young Thug is kind of describing the wave that he rode in on. Like it's not like, you know, everybody starts that way of being a low profile artist, just cranking out content. And you know, Young Thug, yeah, he got to the point where his videos were these big productions and his songs were a little bit more involved in everything. But at the end of the day, I do feel like he's sort of disrespecting a style of rap or a mentality in rap that is everlasting and really what everybody comes from before they maybe at some point graduate to a different tier.
Came in really strong. So even the people that was doing high price videos, they started doing like regular videos because that's what was popping.
Yeah.
But I think now we did it so long to the point where we like comfortable with that and we don't want to do stuff like this no more that take time. Now we just like, man, let's just go ahead and shoot the video. Let's you know.
Yeah.
Instead of like a fucking day set, 2 day set, shit like that.
Yeah. What do you remember about like your early days as an artist when you think about those days now?
Just like being happy and like free.
I've heard interviews where you talked about kind of bruising early encounters with the industry. Like your deal with Gucci was like kind of weird, right? Or like even Lior, I've heard you say like that started out kind of weird, right?
Yeah, because we just didn't know each other.
Yeah.
We ended up being like good friends, mentors.
Did you like hold those dealings against them, you know, later on?
When I was younger, yeah, because I just didn't realize and recognize like people's point of view or way of hustling. Now I have some of those similar ways of hustling and points of view. So now it's just like, oh, okay. Even when we got cool, like me and Leo got super cool, like he my mentor. Like even when we got like super cool, like I still didn't understand some of the things he did that I felt like he did back then. But now just like growing older and like owning a record label and doing things like that, it's like, okay, cool.
It does seem like you made a point though with your label of maybe doing differently with artists than the way that people dealt with you.
Yeah, I don't be really like taking money from my artists and stuff like that. I just like to help people.
Really? So, you know, like participating in someone like Gunner's success. I could understand like, you know, 90% of the artists that Young Thug has signed or worked with over his career have not necessarily been like mega successful, but the ones who are, you got to be participating in that, right?
You know.
One of those artists was Gunna. You guys did a ton of songs together.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Very successful on your label.
Yeah.
And he was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
Yeah. I know everybody wondering that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess that's his own form of answer, huh?
You like to like plow?
I do, absolutely.
Deep into the...
He keeps using the word plow. That word is just kind of like stuck in his consciousness. Will we be seeing you on Kick again this year? I mean, not necessarily. So, yeah, I mean, maybe like might make sense. Like make some extra money.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
Why haven't you interviewed the game? That's a weird question to ask me as someone who has interviewed the game. Weird.
What speech you gave me earlier? Like, yeah, I'm new to this shit. All this shit was just cap.
Oh, no, I'm new to the cameras. The interviewing.
Okay.
I'm not remotely new to.
Yeah. I thought you was going to lie because I saw you a few times interviewing.
Those are the only ones I've done on camera. Do you have bigger ambitions for the label or just in general kind of going forward?
Yeah, we just pushing positivity, and we just going for the gusto. We trying to like kill the whole rap game and just like do it big and just help people in general, help society, help the communities we from, and just like be just so great, you know?
We've been walking through this insane house and we have not commented on one single thing, but I feel like we have to at least note that
Look at how much weird shit he has in his house. Look at this fucking bear.
there's a giant bear behind you.
Like, what is this about?
Are you a taxidermy man? Do you remember how you first started rapping?
Maybe like 9, 8, 9 years old.
Really? It's a long time though before you started making records, right?
What you mean? Like making songs?
Like putting out albums,
Oh.
mixtapes.
Why do some people call albums records?
Which one is confusing? Album is record or record is album?
A record is a song.
Okay, record is a song.
An album is an album.
Yeah. Bro, I'm 42 years old. A record is an album.
I mean, I didn't want to put age in it, but I was you know.
I'm like...
record is crazy. Like,
yeah.
You shouldn't be saying record at 42, maybe
Okay.
60.
Speaking of albums, I feel like I remember when you started out, people make a big deal of the fact that it was like, oh, you wore a dress on the cover of an album. In retrospect, were you trying to be provocative, or was that just kind of naturally like the way you...
Yo, how do I get back into the live thing in the back end? I don't really know.
came up?
I think it was just like making people mad.
Like by design.
Provocative to a man is crazy. I think I was just doing it like just making people mad.
Like intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was fun. And where did it come from? Where did the idea come from?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of my ideas come from UI Scooty.
The stars.
Just come from fucking
outer space. Now I think when people kind of write the history of this era, they give you a ton of credit for that, bringing that super like melodic trap sound to maybe like more of the mainstream of rap.
I'm the first to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because I always think that I was the first to do things, and then I see like, oh fuck, I see history, and it's just like, damn, they did that. Like, it's crazy.
But it felt like you were the first to do it. Yeah. A lot of that early stuff was like Rich Gang. It was like with Rich Homie Quan. Why did that partnership end?
Are you going to acknowledge that he's dead? Because if you don't, that's weird.
I think we just like just grew and became our own bosses and men.
Biggest lie of an answer ever, by the way. This is just such a like it's such a failure as an interviewer to ask this kind of question and then just accept this sort of answer. Yo, Michael. Yo, there's like half a donut in there, like a plain donut. Can I have half that other half of the donut?
And
it's
then
embarrassing.
just
I
like
just said that.
we didn't want to keep doing like the Rich Gang albums. We were getting bigger, so it's like I want to like do my own shit. I want to like
You wanted to do your own thing.
I think he did. I was okay with it, but because I feel like I love music, but I don't care about songs. I'll have a #1 hit record song, and I'll put you on it. I don't care.
Right.
It's just like, so what? Whoever goes to the top with you, go to the top. I don't care. I never was the guy that cared about that type of stuff. So I would have been okay with just like keep doing it, and we still was dropping our own music at the same time of doing that. So it was just like it really was bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like everybody couldn't see that, so people just do things, make mistakes.
Do you hear your influence now?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you hear that you're like, oh, that's me?
I don't want to say everything, but like, and the crazy part is I can't say that everybody like do something that I did, because it was a lot of things that I did in the beginning that somebody else did, but I never knew they did it. I just like did it.
What's an example of that?
Like wearing a dress. I never saw nobody wear a dress.
Yeah.
Like,
So like
Rocky did it before him. Rocky got a lot of shit for it too.
maybe somebody did, but you never saw it. Yeah.
Then as soon as I did it, people like, oh, Andre 3000, this and that, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy did it, and this guy did it, and just like, oh, now everybody did shit. So I can't say, people flows or people like rhythms and things just 100% come from me. I think that it can.
But like, if you listen to the radio now, you're like, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you hear some shit and you just like, for sure, me, for sure. Like, you
Me,
never
for sure.
sounded like that, or you never rapped like that.
What about style do you see your influence in that?
I wore skinny jeans when everybody wore big jeans.
The other one that comes to mind is like the choker, right? Where it's like the big chain becomes like the small chain.
Right. I just never liked long chains back then. I got a lot of long chains now, but back then I never liked long chains. So I was probably the first rapper ever cutting chains, you know. But
cutting chains. Can you like make the necklace like shorter without cutting it? You're not like actually cutting it in half. What are you gonna cut it with?
I see like old videos from like 94, 93 with Tupac and he have on the short chain. So it's like, damn, like I thought I was the first person doing it. You know?
Do you know where it's going?
Nah, I think we got enough of that. See, this is the weird thing is that should we do this? Cuck in progress. Wait. The link that I was sent before, I think, had audio. Maybe not. But I guess Kanye is working on an album called Cuck. If he's going to do an album called Cuck, he needs to do an interview with me. Like, what the fuck? I started this shit. He's really riding my fucking wave if you want to be totally real about it, but whatever. I can deal with that. That's okay. All right, this is the fucking whole deal. Is who was I talking to that was telling me the exact timestamps of this album or of this? Like, what are the timestamps? Whoa! What are the timestamps? Oh, here we go. Okay,
Yo.
I guess Wack
Yo.
flips out at 8 minutes in.
I'm on stream, but let's go.
Because if they want war with me, they want to play with me. They don't want to fuck with me, act. They don't want to fuck with me, bitch. Hey, yo, bro, on some real shit, she don't want to play with me, bro, because I've been holding back. Fuck you mean? Your last check came from me. Fuck you talking about right now.
Yeah, I don't think she want war.
Yeah.
I think,
Appreciate
you know,
you.
it's kind of like how Brick is.
That way.
It's kind of like
Your last hustle. Everything I put on the table. Hey, yo, bro, I don't owe Loose Cannon a motherfucking thing. I don't owe her a motherfucking thing. And I hope she wasn't playing with me, bro. Because if I go, it ain't going to be nice.
Wait till you see this.
You know me.
Just wait till you see this. Like, I don't think it's that bad.
What you talking about? Running my fucking name.
Yeah, just wait till you see it.
Guilty ass bitch. Is we live right now? Because I can go up.
Yeah, no. Don't. She's also a woman dealing with a man. Like, you got to have some type of.
Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. She better stay in her motherfucking place, my nigga.
Ooh, I wish I had listened to this before I hopped on the phone with her. And for the record, I did call Wack on both of the numbers I had listed. He's not picking up at this time. That being said, I assume he's going to hit me. Hopefully that's while I'm still in stream.
Stay in your fucking place with me. I don't fuck with you. I don't know you like that. Fuck you all on the line. Nah, check this out, Act. I gave them access to you. You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
I'm the fuck with your disloyal ass get on the line that you got access. You think you something more than what you ain't. You not that. And play with my name, bro.
Yeah, I think they're generally just trying to ask for help, you know?
Ain't no generally shit. Don't play with my name, man. That ain't cool.
Yeah, I think you guys should talk, Wack. Because I like the two
I
ways
ain't
you
gotta talk to shit. I don't talk to nobody.
That's his wife.
Fuck you mean, bro? Hey, check this out, bro. When you raise a motherfucker, do you owe that motherfucker something you raised?
No.
Let's not look. I think people getting it twisted. Nobody.
If you raise someone, do you owe something to someone you raised? And then Ack immediately says no. It sounds like you're almost describing like a child. Do you owe something to your own child? Yeah. Like a lot. It's a very, very strange line of questioning there.
Nobody knew who they were until I pushed the button. Let's keep it real. They letting it get to their head. You don't bite the fucking hand wasn't no reach to act. Adam 22, none of this shit. Nobody fucked with you. And she really came on in talking about I owe her something.
No, she ain't say you old. She ain't say, you're right, you gotta hear the clip. She basically saying, hey, listen, no, she would probably expect something from you, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
I don't expect nothing.
Wack told me that he put money on Luce's books before all this shit. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what he said.
For me, nothing.
He said that on the show.
Fuck out of here. And you in my pocket. How the fuck I owe you something and I'm old? Do that math, bro.
Luce locked up right now, so you know, we're trying to help Luce out.
I'm thinking what that guy just okay, and that's the problem. Luce locked up. Conduct yourself like a fucking woman. You out here. Fuck is you playing with niggas for? You playing with Big U name. You playing with 600 name. You playing with niggas and you ain't that type of female. You ain't loose. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, so, okay.
Man, listen. All right.
They did say, y'all look. Luce said, yo, he's cool with you. He just said he wanted you to, you know, make sure. He's like, if he was out here, you know, people would run content on his name. I think he wants for you to not have
Man,
other
I
people
can't fuck all that.
No, he
they
didn't say
don't
about
call
you.
no dogs.
No, he
fuck
didn't say
all that. Hey, bro, when I told them and gave them instructions, they didn't want to follow them. Nigga, I told them, nigga, your woman out here calling niggas out their fucking name, disrespecting niggas like she that type of female, nigga. She ain't got a gangster bone in her body. So it's like this, nigga. If you gonna talk about a man, I'm not stopping that man from talking back, bro. Fuck that. I got a federal prison, and he's still talking about.
I guess they're about to talk about me allegedly being manipulated by Brick Baby, which is what I'm really trying to get to here.
Niggas, so niggas just gonna talk back. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get it.
I told him and her.
I get it.
Get what I'm saying? All he gonna do is fuck around and put her in a bad situation, bro.
Yeah, I guess, you know, like, it, you know, they're prideful, but people need help.
Bro, that ain't got nothing to do. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen, act with that pride.
That ain't got nothing to do.
No. I'm not saying necessarily you, but like, you could tell Brick probably feel a way about the Adam thing because, you know, he needs some help right now. Like, I'm kind of like.
Hey, bro, Adam ain't. Hey, listen, bro. Adam did help him. After he done manipulated him and still helped him. You beat him out of 10,000 on the first run. He knew about it. He came and got another loan. He still gave it to you. That's a brother, homie. While you out doing whatever you doing, and bro, Brick knew he was.
You got another one too. Oh, I just farted so bad.
Was up against it. You understand what I'm saying? He knew. He been having cases lingering since 2022, bro. It's in the works, so he should have been doing the necessary things he had to do to make sure he was straight. Come on, bro. This shit that just happened to Brick, it ain't motherfucking unexpected, bro. He knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But trust me, niggas don't want to play with my name as no clout, bro. You know me, bro. I'm a great friend. I'm an even worse enemy, bro. Leave me the fuck alone, bro. I tear some shit down. Leave me the fuck alone, bro. And I told Luce he need to learn how to control this girl in her mouth, homie.
I think she was. I don't think she was disrespectful. She just mentioned.
Bro, don't even mention my name. Hey, act respectfully. I don't even want him back on your channel as a brother. Straight up, homie. I sent him to you. Now I'm unplugging it, homie. Because I already seen where this shit's gonna go, homie. Fuck is my name being mentioned on a motherfucking channel I gave you the resource to, bro. Come on, homie. How disrespectful is that, act? Let's keep it real, bro.
I think you should hear the full clip, Wack. I don't think. You know, she probably could have curved that situation or just not even talk about it. But you know,
my name shouldn't have been mentioned about nothing.
Moving the money. Moving the money.
I think
mentioned my name. I'm not playing in that world.
Have you talked to her? Like, you know, because it seemed like
what?
if you talk, it don't seem like you want to talk to, but would you talk to Luce to try to handle that situation?
Handle what situation?
Yeah, if you say this woman is kind of like doing whatever, you can talk to Luce. Luce can.
I don't give a fuck. That's his woman, bro. Fuck you want me to do? Fuck you want me to do?
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, other
than my left baby, you locked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you want me to do? What the fuck you want? Yo, what you want me to do? That's his woman.
What is going on with Ack right now? He seems like he took that same shit that Brandon Buckingham took. He's looking a little like his eyes a little glazed over. He don't really. But this is what it's like talking to Wack. People don't realize that it's very overwhelming and hard to like figure out what you want to say at times, because he's just so capable of just sort of slamming you over the head over and over and over with whatever point he's trying to make, and it can be kind of like tiring, and he sort of spins a web that it's a little bit hard to get out of.
How are they able to call you Ack? How are they able to get the no jumper? How are they able to do 98% that can't?
But yeah, Wack is right that Luce was not really like getting on the channel prior to being associated with Wack. That's fair. But it also kind of feels like Wack is like hyping up whatever fucking Sharice Mills said, and like acting as if it's kind of like more offensive than it maybe actually was. Like it just doesn't really feel like his response is proportional necessarily. I saw a lot of people hyping up this kid's reaction to the video, the game spitter. This has 24,000 views, but this is like, I guess, like him reacting to the Go Yayo interview.
It's the game spitter, y'all subscribe.
Oh shit, he's a truck driver. Truck driver, YouTube responder, reactor is actually kind of a hard lane that needs to be monetized.
Highlight, share the video. He was with him. We got this has-been Go Yayo, a guy that used to be.
Oh,
a guy
hell
that
no.
W and was. He was a good artist. He was making good music. He was going to be on top. Now money through with him. Yeah, money through with him. He might as well go ahead, go to the trap, turn the scale on, sell me a pound, sell me a half an ounce. Yeah, cutie, a big. Yeah. Because I can't put you on no strip. Work no hole. Your mouthpiece ain't top tier to work them, to finesse them. What female gonna make all the money and give you the money? You're not a good leader. Yeah, you're not a good leader.
Live from the deck said, my boy Ack didn't present what she said right. He teed it up. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Leader, so ain't no female gonna follow you. Yeah, ain't no female gonna turn up no. She ain't gonna turn up on no OnlyFans and give you the money and make sure and put her hopes in you that you gonna make the right decisions for her in the brand, in the business, and everything she got going and you got going. You can't even do it for yourself. You can't even do it for yourself. So, anyway, in hell, a female gonna put their trust in you. Let alone, why would an artist even sign to you? You can't do nothing with them. Nigga gotta go gamble and do other things with his life, with himself. Because if you basing it off my boss, my CEO, Go Yayo, he gonna make the best decision for me. He know where to put the money at. He know how to do good marketing. He know how to, he done build relationships. You gonna put your trust in that and sign under 4E or whatever, you bound to Drizzle. I say you bound to Drizzle.
Imagine seeing a dude driving a truck fucking making a YouTube video in his car. That's pretty hard. But then in addition to that, it feels like this should not be allowed. Like, are you allowed to just do this while driving a truck? I mean, it just sounds kind of crazy, but I mean, whatever.
You gotta splash that, but he's doing all these interviews, Vlad, No Jumper, Say Cheese, and niggas still talking down on Sauce Walker.
Why are you hating on Go Yayo, though? I'm still not, like, really to the root of it. He's calling him a washed-up rapper. I mean, he's been locked up for, like, 5 years with a brief intermission in the middle of it. It feels like that's not really that big of a diss, right?
Shit like that, because he gotta speak on Sauce Walker. Like, when Sauce Walker do interviews, he ain't gotta bring up no Go Yayo. You a nobody. Yeah, you a nobody. So, you ain't relevant. So, when somebody talking to...
I'm not gonna lie, like, one of the clips that we uploaded of Go Yayo since he got home, or since he did that interview, is like 200K on that one clip. So saying that he's a nobody is I don't
much going on. Like he just opened up another club. It ain't even been 90 days. It ain't even been 120 days. That man opened up another club, selling out every night. Everybody getting paid. Everybody enjoying themselves. Ain't been no shootouts. Ain't been no bing bing bing. Ain't been no I don't even think it's been a fist fight. Everybody just coming in having a good time. That's something you can't do. So ain't no.
He just was locked up for 5 years. Of course he didn't open a fucking club. It seems like you're kind of moving the goalposts here a little bit, right? Yeah, like no shit. Hey, he didn't open a club. Okay.
Room, if you do an hour interview with me and our Ripper Game, you do an hour interview with whoever else he do interviews with, it ain't no room to fit Go Yayo in there. I got OnlyFans popping. I got strip clubs. I got barbershops. I got 30 artists. I got my own situation. The shit I went through with Say So P. It ain't no room to fit Go Yayo. Hey, what about Go Yayo? Y'all going over? Ain't no room to talk about that. You don't need to put. You interview Sauce Walker.
Okay. Yeah. He doesn't feel like Sauce Walker doesn't feel the need to talk about Go Yayo, but Sauce Walker isn't the one who feels like he's being blackballed by Go Yayo. Go Yayo feels like he's being blackballed by Sauce Walker. So if anything, of course, it makes sense for him to talk about it on a podcast. I don't think that's surprising at all, right? But this guy's really like multitasking hardcore here because he's making money driving a truck, and this video has 24,000 views, which is decent. I mean, he's like driving and just making YouTube content at the same time. That's kind of hard.
You don't need to put Go Yayo in the title for it to get views. But with you, I said, with you gotta, have Sauce Walker in your title, peso, casino. You gotta have all that shit there. Other than that,
it's almost like you're describing yourself, right? Like you got all the people involved names right here. I mean, yeah, duh.
You're gonna be getting 50,000 views like you're doing on Vlad. See, no jumper, he titling this right. He putting the right titles in there. He putting all the drama in the title. So you'll get 100K on there. Vlad, you talking about regular stuff, your own life, don't nobody care about 50,000 views, 40,000 views. Yeah, man. Right.
We did it right. Because somehow we got to the meat and potatoes of the interview in the very beginning. We started talking about all the juicy shit in terms of the Ronnie situation and the Sauce situation. Vlad asked him all kinds of like sort of normal stuff to spark it off. I'm sure the Vlad clips will do good, but we were talking about all the crazy shit in the very beginning, so our clips are kind of coming out the gate swinging.
Time out. No jumper gonna ask him about do he feel like Sauce Walker blackballing him. Nigga ain't got a blackball you. Nigga ain't got to tell nobody not to fuck with you. And the fans are already not fucking with you. You ain't built no relationships in the music industry. You think Sauce got to go around and say, man, don't go Yayo. Your career already destroyed. What part of that you don't understand? That's why you can take 6 months off of rap. Not because
I feel like he's like overtly performatively hating on Go Yayo because like his career is not as in the dirt as you're acting like it is, and Sauce Walker's career is not so doing incredibly well as you're acting like it is. Like I feel like bro is kind of gassing up one side unnecessarily, which is fine for content, but it just feels kind of inauthentic.
You're making a whole bunch of scamming money. You got all these properties, you got these trucks, you got these clubs, you got this and that. You're managing all these artists. You get paid all this money from promo. Not because of that. It's because you gotta make them traps. You don't need your customers going to the other side. Yeah, you gotta keep your customers happy. That's it. We don't see Go Yayo booked up all week. You don't work harder than nobody on TSF. Stop acting like you bigger than Peso. You got 83,000 listeners on Spotify.
That's true.
Peso got 300,000 plus Spotify listeners.
This is like some lust shit. He's just overglazing right now. Talking about, hey, man, you ain't doing better than nobody on TSF. You sound like you are blissfully avoiding the reality of like a lot of people who are on TSF. Let's be real. Go Yayo. 83,000. He wasn't lying. But, I mean, there's a lot of people on TSF who ain't doing shit, right? I mean, let's be real. You acting like they all killing it? I don't know, bro. It's sounding a little bit glazerish.
Outwork Peso. You can never outwork Peso. He's city to city doing verses, videos, promo. We don't see you doing that. You ain't rap hustling. You're not a trap hustle. You don't know how to rap hustle.
Does this video need to be 25 minutes? I'm thinking no.
Yeah, like you weren't raised to get money like that. You gotta break the law to get money. If they break the law, it's just extras. You ain't gonna go city to city and yeah, get the bag. Yeah, you can't, and we ain't turning out no money over there at TSL. You got 2,000, nigga, we can give you a 16, a 8 bar.
I kind of fuck with it though, just because like when I'm driving in the car, sometimes when I feel like I have my best thoughts, like I could just totally whip up a video with just the shit that I'm thinking when I'm in the car. I'm like, I kind of understand the energy because man, it is boring driving long distances. You know, you could just make YouTube content.
You got 3,000, yeah, we can give you whatever, a verse. 5,000, give you a verse, a video, whatever. We ain't turning out no paper. So 4 pockets are always gonna be full, and we ain't did no songs with Lil Baby. Talking about, yeah, when I was cool with Sauce, I ain't go run with his op, Thug, and Future and all of that. You couldn't run with them. They didn't want to fuck with you. Why would they want to do a song or team up with somebody who stick their tongue out? You not K Key. You not K Key. You need to team up with Adam 22 with the porn stuff, and yeah, you can stick your tongue out over there. Do that.
That's real.
But Adam, he ain't gonna put you like that on that because you ain't gonna do the views. Don't nobody want to see you.
Do porn? I mean, shit. Does he got a Brian Pumper on him? Because in that case, maybe I'd be down. But I would hire Go Yayo as a podcast host. If he wanted to move to Los Angeles and lock in.
You understand? So, talking about Sauce can't blackball me. You don't have to. Nobody had to blackball you. The fans already turned their back on you. You missed your opportunity. You kept going to jail. You kept getting caught with Blix. You didn't caught nobody. Now, you ain't never caught nobody. Nah, you just kept getting caught with the Blix. Yeah. That's what you good at, getting caught with the Blix. You coming home to victims. You come home to sad stories, not victories. You ain't came home to now victories. Keep taking.
This sounds personal. Like this dude really hates him like on a level that doesn't really seem fair or warranted or appropriate, which, you know, a lot of people that I might comment on, you could maybe say that from time to time too. This is like me talking about lefty gunplay. It's like, is it fair? I mean, sometimes, but it's obviously rooted in some sort of personal animosity as well.
That money and the little money that you get from music, keep taking all that trying to keep up with these top tier rappers like Sauce Walker and everybody else with the jury. You see right through that? It ain't adding up. You got the watch and the grill and the bracelet and all this shit, the big chain.
Added up.
But where the cars at? Where the cribs? Where the properties? Why your homeboys don't look like you? Why you the only nigga that look like that? Come on, man. Like, I don't know who you think you fooling. Talking about everything about Sauce Walker fake. I don't know if you keep telling yourself these lies and you starting to believe them. But, bruh, how is everything about Sauce Walker fake? Why you can't go in details on that? You can't go jury route. You damn sure can't do that. The only fans ain't fake. The clubs ain't fake. The cars ain't fake.
Hyping up another man's OnlyFans will never stop being funny, even though I appreciate when people do it about me. But just being like, hey, the dick ain't fake. The pussy ain't fake. The cum ain't fake. He be dicking these hoes down. That ain't fake. It's like, it hits a little different than the rap version of that. The rap version of that would be like, hey, the money ain't fake. The hoes ain't fake. The jewelry ain't fake. Nope. See, that all sounds normal. Start doing it in the porn version. The titties ain't fake. The ass ain't fake. The jizz ain't fake. Actually, in porn, a lot of those things are fake, which is kind of the weird part.
Ain't no artist complaining over there. Everybody happy. Daddy living good. Let's compare Go Yayo daddy to Sauce Walker daddy. Let's see who got more.
Now, that's some hater shit. We compare dads. That's undeniable hater stuff, right?
Sauce Walker daddy got Maybachs, big houses, jewelry, bank account full. Yeah. Just show your mama and show your daddy how they living. How they living it up, you say, right? I did. Yeah, you come home to victims, not no victories.
Victim. You come home to victims. Like, that's some real hater shit. Like, it sounded like Go Yayo did something to someone in his family. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we gonna keep it Vito.
Let's go dad for dad.
You come home to victims and sad stories. You ain't got no victories from music. You ain't got no victories from no slide.
You ain't got no victories from no slide.
Cousin shot in the head. His second time getting shot in the head twice.
Bruh.
Come home to LeBron and losing his life.
Go Yayo's gonna kill you. You're outside. I hope you got some firepower tucked under the seat in that trucking mobile that you're in right now, because god damn, it sounds personal. Like, if Go Yayo killed this fool, nobody'd be able to look at it like it was some fucked up shit. We'd all be like, yeah, damn right, he was hating in that truck.
You ain't come home with no gold plats, no platinum plats. Promoters ain't calling your phone, booking you up.
Maybe I just need to start hating more, because this shit is actually kind of entertaining. He's just fucking really just taking a dump down his throat right now.
Ain't on no tours. We don't give a damn about no first day out. That was 7 years ago. When you was doing you was doing like 2 million, 4 million, 7 million views. That shit over with, man. Money through with you, man. Money is through with you, man. The rap game through with you, man.
Damn.
It's over with, man. You had your chance. You failed. You don't spend the money in the right markets, the right spots. You don't build a relationship. You keep going back to Johnny Dane and other Jewish people. That's what you acting like they the ones who could take your career to the next level. Ain't build no relationship with the radio, DJs, nobody. You ain't even got no bloggers on your side. You ain't even got no bloggers on your side. Yeah, you're going to do interviews with no jumping shit like that. He just mad because he can't get the Sauce Walker interview. You think he'll pick you over Sauce Walker?
Wacky.
Man, the fuck? My name is Wack, you weirdo. What up?
Bruh.
What's the word?
Why are you tripping on Sharice so bad? She just trying to have a nice little chat with academics, and you out here vilifying her.
Nah, bro, like, at some point, you know, at some point, the disrespect gotta stop, bro. The disrespect to men. I watched you do it to Munchie on your channel. I mean, you know, when you was up there, the disrespect gotta stop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially when a motherfucker trying to look out, trying to help navigate. The disrespect gotta stop, bro. And you know, I've been cool. I ain't been saying nothing. I didn't tolerate a lot of disrespect, Adam. You gotta rewind it, right? Let's rewind it. Let's rewind it to the fake loose cannon play. And I accepted the disrespect, didn't say nothing.
What, when you realized that there was another guy named Loose Cannon and that he supposedly like inherited his whole life?
I didn't realize none. Everybody know about Loose Cannon, the producer from New York. I mean, shit, that you don't think about that. It's a lot of niggas. It's another 50 Cent.
But did you think that Loose was trying to like purposely steal his life?
Well, nah, because I mean, Loose Cannon, the producer from Brooklyn, ain't got nothing to do with him. Well, I mean, you know, you gotta. I know who dude is.
Right.
Dude is a producer. He didn't work with Missy Elliott, motherfucking, goddamn, all kind of people. Nas, fucking, you know, he didn't work with all kind of people. He's been around for a while. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's another 50 Cent as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he was already dead by the time 50 Cent started calling himself that.
What'd you say?
He was already dead by the time 50 Cent started calling himself that, right?
It doesn't matter. It's like, it's a few names running around this motherfucker. Rick Ross. There's all kind of people running around here. But this nigga named Rick Ross from fucking Miami, he just Rick Ross. We know he ain't Freeway Ricky Ross. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I never thought none of that. That's probably a lot of people that didn't know there was another Loose Cannon, a producer. But I see where people going with it, because I guess it was other interviews where shit was said. So, you know, he never perpetrated around me like he was that dude. He was just Loose Cannon. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, so I never paid that no attention. That ain't never been a thing. But at some point, bro, like, disrespecting somebody, that means the conversation you having with your woman is a disrespect about that individual.
Yeah, probably.
You get what I'm saying? If you look up an R&B calling you a bitch ass nigga, that means I got her comfortable in that pocket doing that.
That is true, yeah.
So, I don't owe you or him nothing. I put y'all on. And nobody know the fuck they was until I set him on the side of me.
That's true. Yeah.
Let's be real. I had to force that in there because you didn't know who the fuck these people was when I told you I was bringing them on the show. You did that. You allowed me to do that. You like my co-host, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's on you. You had to fucking follow the lead or whatever the conversation with. Same shit with academics and all this. So now, let's fast forward. How the fuck you go on academic show somewhere I opened the door up to? Call me a bitch.
She called you a bitch? What?
Right? No, this is the problem. Yeah, because she says, I'm his mistress. That's calling me a bitch. Let's just be real.
I mean, if she said that, yeah, that has a meaning.
She said, I'm his mistress. She's waiting for me to provide something. Don't wait for me. I don't owe you a motherfucking thing.
Right.
And I have provided. I done allowed you to use my resources that you just made a whole lot of, buddy. When you couldn't get nothing done, my resources got it done for you. Just recently, currently, couple 100,000.
Wait, you made them a couple 100,000?
This is a fact.
How?
I ain't gonna speak on it right now, but motherfuckers keep playing on with me. I'm gonna speak on it. Right? It's getting to a point to where I just sat back and not said nothing. And I don't know what she think or whatever she think is going on, but she got a motherfucking place, bro. Because I'm a motherfucking zip-down motherfucking fool by nature. So when I'm sitting back and I'm allowing certain shit to be said, right, I'm not stupid. If Remo is attacking, listen, bro, if the hunter side, if my people, my exposers, is attacking your wife, your woman, right? There's no way, Adam.
Right.
And you say, hey, Wack, what your people doing? And I'll be like, I don't denounce these clowns. I don't say, yo, I don't fuck with these niggas no more. And they continue to do it. You gotta believe what? I got something to do with it, right?
Sounds a little shady, yup.
Okay, so I'll let that go. And I'm gonna be real. And hear me. Nigga, I know the secrets. I know the rat secrets. I know the rat shit niggas is up to. I know shit niggas been requested from me as a recent, but we done did the math. And I strongly suggest motherfuckers don't fuck with me. Because who I am naturally, and that's that nigga that's on. She got a fucking place. I don't owe her nothing. What the fuck wrong with her big ass mouth going over there calling me out my name? Ain't cool. Until loose check it, it don't matter. We can keep the disrespect level where it's at. Until you check your bitch and say, bitch, I fuck with dude and dude been helping us. Why are you speaking on him, calling him out his fucking name, telling the world how he owe us something when the nigga that helped us on plays as a recent, then it is what it is. It's just that simple.
For sure.
There's something weird going on, bro. She ain't no fucking body.
Yo, so what about one of these IBM fan pages who apparently has been like trying to...
I don't even acknowledge them little dudes, Adam. Them is the same little dudes that'll say, hey, Adam, your wife's getting fucked by over here. They want us to say something back. See, here go the thing. Dude instructs them dudes, do this, he gonna say something back and build your page. So you know what we do, Adam? We ignore them. We don't give them what they want. They little dudes.
Okay, shout out Compton Rick Rock for the $5. I appreciate you.
Right? But at the end of the day, I'm not no fucking fool. The quieter I am, the more I know it. He know that. And he knows she out of line, homie. She way out of line. You don't go on no fucking platform I gave the keys to and call me out my name. Fuck you mean? Whack is loose cannon's mistress.
Damn, so she's making it all spicy. She's fucking up a whole friendship. Oh, so that's not allowed.
Fuck no.
Ooh,
She
okay.
talk too motherfucking much, and I be telling her, hey, yo, chill out. You saying certain things, you gonna get dude in trouble. She don't give a fuck. She went on a, you want me to send you the fuck, you want to play it? Where she literally said, once we knew he was on the run, we tried to leave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's fair. Especially if you guys had a falling out. You had a falling out. Hey, so is it true that you organized the no jumper brawl behind the scenes and that you set all that up? That's what other people are trying to push on me as well. Yeah, but I mean, you could have been kind of playing dumb when you told me that you didn't know who the guys were or whatever. Listen, I'm just telling you what people are saying. And shout out OG Blue from Queens. Thank you for the $20. Salute to you. Okay, keep going. Sure. That time for sure. And then maybe a few other times, but not most of the time. Okay, that's true. He did, yeah. There was a hoodie with an AI Frenchie on it, drinking a cup of liquor or something. Okay. Right.
I don't come up there with extra people. And guess what, Adam? My brawl, my situations are handled by my people. You understand what I'm telling you? All my people were away from that. I don't need no other niggas to do nothing for me.
Right. No, that is true.
I have no issues or never had no issues with that man. And I hope that ain't coming out of their mouth because Eddie Boy been online with Jay Reed, and now we know some shit. We know some shit that can't nobody get away from. Certain records don't erase, brother.
What kind of records?
Don't erase. You get what I'm saying? Because I kept telling you, I don't know what the fuck that dude was doing up there. Remember, everybody played dumb, like he just popped up, right?
Right.
Nah, he ain't just pop up.
just invited them?
Yo, listen, at the end of the day, that man had already talked to law enforcement. And I'm pretty sure that man had did whatever he was going to do. From what I'm understanding. You got to remember.
You're saying Luce already talked to law enforcement?
No, your nigga Jay Reed already talked to law enforcement.
Oh, for sure he is, yeah.
Right? So you got to remember, it was my fucking meeting between dude and you. Right? So when I got the text at 2:30 and he was canceling, his number 2, which is Travis Ford, I called him about 2:45, 3 o'clock. I said, bro, Mozzie canceled. He like, damn, I was looking for a mobile barber for him. I said, there's no need for you to even come up there. If he's not going to be there, there's no need for you to come because you were just coming because you was number 2. Again, Adam, I don't bring extra niggas around to say, hey, come up, we in no jumper. That ain't what I do. Because whoever comes up there on account of me is my fucking responsibility. You understand what I'm saying? So I canceled with Jay Reed. Mozzie, Jay Reed, that's who my business is with. I immediately called that man and canceled. This is why when the snake calls went down and they think I don't know about, trying to call Travis Ford and say, yo, Wack was trying to line you up. You know what Travis Ford tell him? You don't make no sense, company. Wack is the one called and told me not to come. If he was trying to line me up, why would the fuck would he stop me from coming?
Right.
See, they didn't know that I was in direct contact with Travis Ford.
They didn't know we got the content.
Yeah, they ain't know it. And I'm sitting back watching them play their little dumbass game. But see, one thing about Wack, I've been strategic all my motherfucking life. You understand? I keep 4, 5 different teams. I keep a team that I fuck with. I keep a team that don't fuck with you. And I keep a team that fuck with the people that don't fuck with you. And I sit back and I get all the information and I watch everybody run around and play a game while I done already faked your ass a cake already. People like Compton, Rick Rock, and niggas like that, they know me very, very, very good. They tell a nigga, if you think you playing a game with that nigga, and he don't know you crazy. But niggas is showing their hand. Eddie Boy and Jay Reed are very close. Wack and 600 are very close. 600 and Eddie Boy are very close. It don't matter where you at in the circle as long as it comes full circle. And I've been sitting back and I've been listening and tripping off this shit. But for her to go on that man's platform and disrespect me like that and claim I owed him something is fucking crazy.
Okay. I hear it.
So now, hey bro, what if something would have happened with Flacco, bro? What if something really would have happened with Flacco and Flacco being who he is, comes to be, wakes up, he's surrounded by cops in a hospital room. What you think would have came out his mouth if this nigga that said Flacco, Wack trying to line you up and do something to you, bro? Which was a fucking complete lie.
What do I think would have happened? I think Flacco would have told on your ass.
Booyah, but guess what? He would have been telling her, it wouldn't have been true. Now you gotta ask yourself what you up to, homie. Why would you tell this man Wack trying to do something to you? The crazy part about it is, it was a total in reverse, right?
So why were you showing off Jay Reed's watch if
I ain't showed off shit. What the fuck is you talking about? I was sitting at the table when you was at the table and your fucking guy walked in there to play UFC.
Wait, but is Wack Jay Reed watch? I'm pretty sure we have this clip.
Yeah, go get the clip.
Yeah, Wack pulls out Jay Reed's watch and tells him to come get it.
Pulled out shit. Go look at the clip. Fuck your clickbait. Your guy walked in, put it on the table. I'm looking at the motherfucker looking at him.
I don't remember who put it on the table, but
Oh, I remember who put it on the table, who walked in. I don't know why he did that. It was very, very weird. But it's clear as day. It's on camera.
got it.
Yeah, I ain't asked shit. You gotta remember, Adam, Wack was hustled into the vehicle by his security. You got cameras, I'm pretty sure you watched them. Wack was hustled into the vehicle by security.
Wait, security like just your homies, or was there like
That's my homies. As soon as this shit started happening, and I bagged up, and I seen what was going on, and I seen some shit that I thought was about to happen, and I spoke on that to say, hey, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. At that point, I'm slammed in the car, locked down. My security locked my vehicle down, front, back, left, right. Because at this point in time, we don't know what the fuck going on. It's a bunch of faces we don't even know.
Right. I guess that IBM Skittles guy said that Baby Cuban Rob stole the watch.
No, I don't know nothing about that. Cuban ain't in the jury. You know that. Long as Cuban been coming around, Cuban, I didn't try to give Cuban watches, and he don't fucking fuck with watches. So
yeah, but he likes doing gangsta shit. He like taking shit, I'm sure.
Nah, that ain't him, bro. Cuban will whoop your ass or something like that, but that ain't never been him. He's not a robber or none of that type of shit.
I mean, the next step up from taking somebody's shit is, or beating somebody's ass is taking their shit, right?
Nah, that ain't what he do. That's not what he do. Cuba's not a stick-up guy. I know my people, bro.
Okay.
So, at the end of the day, I didn't try to get a nigga watches. He don't even like that type of shit. You know, Cuban and the other shit. Motherfucking, he like a weird buck knife. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look at my, you didn't see Cuban. Hey, look at this. He into that kind of shit. I want to give Cuban something. If it ain't no money, motherfucking, gadget, a gadget or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
A buck knife.
Yeah, Cuban into that kind of shit, bro. Cuban's in the motherfucking pickup trucks,